Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the second day of the Click City League circuit. I am Richard Face McGee, back on the mic for however long as I can be, and I'm going to be joined with Ari for hopefully a lot of the time that's going on here.
What's up?
Not much. How are you feeling about today? We're going into the bracket now. It's going to be best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So a lot more games, a lot more adaption.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be it's gonna be good games that are gonna be coming out today, and I hope that the teams that at least draft well and they're able to come out and play to the fullest. I want to see close games. I don't want to see like landslides in a way, like it's just one side. I want to see I want to see games that are very, very high intensive and that we can actually dive in deep into the conversation.
Yeah, I feel like even if there is going to be a landslide, it's probably going to be the teams meeting up early on and just to kind of get hit with something a little bit sort of different, sort of get them off their own rhythm. But then hopefully into that next game, there's going to be the adaption that kind of settle in, and everyone can have some solid league that comes through. And we have 2 teams that can definitely do that. Between old SWL. The dyslexia is kicking in real hard. But
you can call them Old Swole.
Old school?
Old Swole.
Oh, Swole. Okay,
yeah.
Old Swole.
Yeah.
All right. Beefy boys.
Exactly.
Up against the U of O and
University of Ottawa. Champions before.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, they were just talking about that, how they were they're kind of defending, and that's a really strange position to kind of put yourself in. That it's oh, we have people know who we are and what we're about, even though you have some different teammates this time around. There's still there's a precedent to be kept.
I agree, 100%. I want to see some good games, and we'll see what the teams can come up with today in terms of the draft. It does look like they're going to go with the first Syndra ban. That champion has always been.
And so with that early ban, we're going to be popping over to the bracket. So as you can see, you're going to have Sakura and One Way Gaming fighting over who gets out of the losers bracket. And
U Ottawa versus Old Swole is going to be
what we're watching right now. Going to be seeing who's going to be fighting Sakura versus One Way Gaming, and we've been seeing Sakura kind of becoming more and more
they've been a really good team. Yeah, they've been a really good team for a really long time. They have really consistent players, and their style is very, very aggressive. They know how to push forward for the early lead advantage that they can generate.
Yep.
So.
And what you missed in draft was a Kaisai ban and a Pantheon ban, and I'm so glad to see that Pantheon ban because Panth was getting through all day yesterday.
I agree, strongly agree. It's that's a champion where it's either just a must pick or ban. If you don't ban it, then it's definitely going to be a first pick up closer to Xayah. It's more of a priority pick for any player who wants to just have top early advantage.
Yeah.
You can also another reason why the champion is actually strong is because you can flex him 3 ways. You can do top, jungle, or mid. You can even do him support, to be honest, because of how his kit works.
Yeah. I think we've seen there's been a lot of times where I feel like almost people have sort of played a game of chicken with Panth, where they choose them early and they're and then they choose an aggressive support, and they're are we doing it? Are we doing the kill bot?
Yeah.
What are we doing with this whole thing? So
I would expect the first pick to come over would be a Xayah pick if they do want to go with the Xayah, since Xayah is up. Kaisa is banned, so I would have assumed that they should just go with a Xayah pick. Instead, they're probably going to go...
That's I can understand the Kate. That's just a really...
it could be a hover, but I would assume... It could be. So it is a Caitlyn lock. I would have probably liked to see a more Xayah pick because she is open, and her kit is she's probably one of the strongest ADCs in the game at the moment. So I would have assumed she would have been picked up first. We'll see what.
We did see some strong play yesterday between the Kate and Morg for U Ottawa. So that might be just a really stable standard pick.
Yeah,
and,
they're gonna go for the Caitlyn. They're probably gonna pick the Morgana, so they can probably take it away.
Yeah.
Xayah and Rakan are both still up though, so I would have assumed if any team does want to take that, they could.
Yeah.
That's a very, very strong duo, and that is a trio
as
that
by design.
yeah, by getting the Xayah Rakan is good, but honestly, maybe Ottawa has an answer and probably to it if they do pick it. But
Well, I mean, the idea is that like a lot of like the CC that could have been coming through, yeah. So like having more, I think Morgana is like going to be really stopping a lot of these sort of aggressive pushes that we've seen early on, going down bot lane, trying to get some steamroll going on. But
yeah. I'm assuming they had an answer for the Xayah already, so they probably didn't want to pick it up first. I would have assumed they would have been like, you know what, we'll first pick Caitlyn, and then we're going to have an answer to the Xayah if they do want to pick her. We're not going to prioritize her, and then we're going to see what their picks are. And if they do pick Xayah, we have an answer. So we'll see if they do have an answer. They do go with the Olaf pick. Very aggressive.
Yes.
Very aggressive.
It's a little strange to see because Caitlyn like wants to sit so far back, and it's like a very like kind of like safe AD to then have such a like forward rushing jungler.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to see a Kayle here with a Kayle Olaf combo that could come out. I think that would be really good because generally speaking, a Kayle Olaf combo is just Kayle ulting an Olaf at full speed and going in without. He has immunity to CC, full speed immunity, and so I feel like that'd be really good.
And we're seeing the Karma come in. That's probably is that a support or is that a mid?
Honestly, that could be flexed in support or a mid.
Yeah.
I would have seen. I don't know.
I think I prefer the mid. Honestly?
Maybe. It's just that Karma is, to me, I would have assumed if they were going to pick a support, I think the Karma is overall in the game, what people usually do is that if Morgana is picked, they do a Karma answer. Karma is just a really good answer to Morgana. If you get binded by Morgana, you can just speed up and you have the shield, so you won't be. Yeah.
But you still have that, but really the bind is going to be happening more dangerously inside the team fights, which you'd figure you're going to be able to. It's
easier to dodge Morgana binding when you have the Karma speed and have Karma shields that are empowered with you. Yeah. So even if a Morgana does bind you, then the majority, even if a Karma does get binded, she still has a shield to her empowered shield to get through that. So I'm pretty sure they picked the Karma to empower Olaf.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, and I think like a strong Karma with the ability to like, speed up the Olaf and also do kind of like her own sort of little shenanigans here and there, while also being like, well, if Olaf gets bursted before we can even do anything like that, we still have this really strong protective force for Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Like on either side. So it's gonna be hard. Like if the Karma's like playing on top to really burst like the sort of Caitlyn early. And you're kind of already seeing that like they're not going for that, having the Gragas down. Like
the only thing that I see that's kind of weird is that they did pick the Gragas. Gragas is a good pick. He's one of the strongest junglers at the moment, but into an Olaf is actually not that proficient because Gragas into an Olaf, it's really rough for Gragas early on because of how much overall damage that Olaf can do to a Gragas. Gragas doesn't really have that much of an, even if at level 6, the Gragas still loses that matchup no matter what. It's very, very hard for Gragas actually. If it's an Olaf main and a Gragas main going up against each other, Olaf will almost come out on top the majority of the time because Gragas can't contest whatever Olaf puts out. So, so far, if they do want to continue on with an Olaf speed comp, I would have assumed that they could do Karma mid and then probably do a Lulu or another Enchanter support for the Olaf, or they could pick up the Kayle. The Kayle is still an open option, but instead they do pick up the Shen.
Yeah.
It's a very like defensive comp that I'm already like seeing.
Yeah, well, this is like definitely like I think when you see the Olaf down, like you're going like, okay, well that's a character that you plan around. Like that's definitely like a comp creator. So like it makes sense that they're going for like a very sort of kind of almost like a slow down defensive.
Yeah, as
choice.
I said before, they're probably going to go with the Kayle so they can. The Kayle Olaf combo is actually legitimately insane if you're able to pull it off. That scales so well. Honestly, leaving the Kayle and the Olaf open, it is like if they do execute this, it's going to be Olaf is going to pop off 100%. If he does get an early lead, Olaf, it's two ways. If Olaf gets a lead, he'll pop off. And if Kayle gets a lead, she'll pop off too. It's both like it's a win-win situation no matter what.
Yeah.
So, and LeBlanc does come in if they do want to answer for the LeBlanc. I would have assumed maybe a Lysandra could be coming in as their mid laner. So far, they have like extremely defensive comp versus an extremely aggressive comp. So they have a Morgana and a Gragas and a Shen. They don't have anybody who's actually, straight up.
Yeah, there's
going
the
on
Vlad.
aggressive, and they are going with the more scaling. So I'm pretty sure for
Yeah, there's going to be some major slowdown coming over from the red side. as it were.
major for Old Swole. They're going to be going with a more defensive, slower comp coming in. With the Shen, probably I'm assuming they just want to put everything, as I said, into the ADC. Eli has been a very consistent player throughout this whole series, throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to. Vladimir is also a really good pick into LeBlanc if played correctly.
I also feel like it's going to be it's going to kind of like pair up really well with like the sort of like Morg to be like, hey, you want to like team fight into us?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good pick into LeBlanc 100% because even if LeBlanc wins early levels, but eventually Vladimir will just heal all of his damage that LeBlanc puts out, and LeBlanc won't be like a challenge either way. But it does really seem like for you Ottawa, it's we're gonna pick the Kayle Olaf. We're gonna empower our Kayle, empower Olaf. We're gonna power everybody on our team to go on and straight dive into your comp no matter what. So
yeah, and that's I think that's like a really good like first game plan to go on there. Be like, hey, we're gonna test you. We're gonna push you, see what you do, and then next game, win or loss, we can adapt to that.
Yeah.
Because
it's a very fast comp versus a very slow comp. If Caitlyn does fall behind, it's not gonna be that good, honestly.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like now you have to look at this bot lane and. You now have like a more aggressive bot lane that if Gragas comes down at the right time and they start rolling, it's going to kind of make things a little quirky for this sort of like all-in comp because you're kind of relying on the Karma to at least be able to have something behind it. Like at least like some levels at least. And it feels like the Caitlyn's just kind of fail-safe that if you want to go long, it's like, well, we have Kate. Like we can at least like put out damage safely. So
100%. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And heading in.
We'll see how it goes 100% though.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game between two strong players, and another thing is that like it feels like for Old Swole, I guess that's the name that we're going with. They have a more difficult comp to sort of play out.
Yeah, they do. Because they need to the only problem that comp is very. We're going to shield. We're going to put everything into our ADC. We have a tank top laner. We have a relatively tanky jungler if he does want to go that pathway.
Yeah, we have a disruptive jungler.
Yeah. Very, very hyper scaling, but very slow in scaling. And that comp is going to be, we're going to pour resources into our ADC, into our mid laner, and see how it goes, and we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's like you basically, you got like a campfire and you got like a snowball, and you want to get the snowball running but if it hits into that fire and all melts, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how it goes with the Kayle and the Olaf combo that could come out. If Olaf does get an early lead onto the Kayle, or the Olaf gets a lead with the Kayle, if Kayle does get a lead with the Olaf, it's going to be extremely good because all Olaf is really going to do is going to invade Gragas' jungle, kill him, and Gragas can't really do anything because Kayle has an ulti that's going to be on top of the Olaf. Into the mid game, if Olaf does want to engage, Olaf can ult, come in with the Kayle ulti, with the Karma shield, empowering him with all the speed.
Oh yeah, he's going to be on you.
He's going to be there's no running away from him.
He's a Swedish race car.
Yeah.
He's coming to raid your shores, and you ain't going to do anything about it. So just leave leave what you think he's going to want at the front step. He'll just take it out.
Yeah.
But another thing I was kind of considering is that Olaf is able to super early solo dragons and stuff like that. But the amount but the Morgana on the bot lane feels like that's a more dangerous thing to do because you don't want to collapse into that space that Morg can grab a Q, get the kill, clean up, and especially with the sort of early things, and we're seeing the players there. Nice wave. Yeah. That's right. Give a wave.
Give a wave. Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave. How old is that movie?
For the
the Madagascar penguins. Penguins of Madagascar. No wait, that was the Penguins of Madagascar. I guess. I think it's just Madagascar, but they had their spin-off, of course.
Smile and wave, boys.
Yeah. And going into the game. Gotta move out the chat. Don't need the chat. Don't need the BM.
Oh, looks like the pause is coming back.
And we're going to put on, no, we want the score display. We want the scoreboard. There it is. And we can take out the time controls. I know what I'm doing. Right, Right. So going into this game that's going on here, do you think there's going to be like an invade
100%.
for which team?
Does look that now that I say it, or is there pause?
No. We're talking about the invade. We're talking about the invade plot.
So I would assume if yesterday when I was casting, when I was watching the games, there was Morgana. Noxia actually played Morgana into Old Swole or another team. I think it was Sakura, and she landed almost every single binding she could.
Yeah, high hit rate.
Yeah, like 99%.
Just a little bit of bio break.
Yeah, 100%. Like she hit every single binding, and early levels, what I was about to say is that she actually invaded into the red side jungle, and she caught Draven off guard, and that disrupted the jungler's pathing, and Draven wasn't able to get an early lead, and Caitlyn got a first kill. She got a 400 gold lead start onto the Draven.
Right.
And Draven didn't take cleanse into Caitlyn Morgana lane, but Noxia was so good at landing the bindings, and Caitlyn was really good.
Yeah.
Pressing forward with her advantage that she got, that it really, really meant a lot for the Caitlyn. And I said before, if the early invade does actually come through with the Morgana, I would have assumed it could be through the bot lane. They do have a lot of, the problem is that their early game is relatively strong with the Olaf, but Kayle doesn't do anything early. LeBlanc is kind of early game too until she gets like level 3 and 4. So if an invade does really come through for the Morgana, and if she does land a binding, I think they'll be like really detrimental for the scaling that the Ottawa.
Yeah, I mean, like the only way that like that could go bad is literally walking face checking the wrong bush at the wrong time, and like there's a lot of like early kind of bursts that can come out there with just like Olaf axe, and then like LeBlanc drops everything, and like if they just kind of drop everything on someone, like that person's down. And that's something that like you kind of have to worry about. But having the Morgan front with like, you know, just the quick Q, oh no, you die afterwards, someone else is going to be a trading there. It's just like, it's going to be a trade, and it's just down to who gets first blood more than anything. So yeah, it's
it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, there's a lot of going to be like those like sort of really important choices. I feel that's like going to happen like really early on.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about how U of O, they have a comp that's going to want to scale quick, and you need to get out of the starting block quick too.
If Kayle scales fast, if she gets early leads, she'll be able to empower the Olaf and herself. It's a win-win situation both ways. If they are able to get that lead, they are able to extend that advantage further and to scale into the mid game and then make Olaf an unstoppable machine that he already is. They can. It does also look like Kayle brought Kleptomancy into the lane as well, into the Shen. She's probably just going to be, you know, farming safe. She's not going to really be doing anything either way.
Making money.
Yeah, she's going to be making a lot of money, 100%. And Olaf does have Conquer and I would have assumed that Conquer would be the better choice into this lane versus the Shen and a Gragas and a Vladimir. So we'll see.
Do you flip the lanes?
Would I flip the lanes?
No, I mean like, would you throw your bot all the way top to then go into a 2v1 to try and slow down Kayle as much as possible?
As long as you're able to get Kayle behind, I feel like that's the play.
Yeah.
Like getting that Kayle behind, making sure she doesn't get to her Gunblade, her Nash's Tooth, her Ginsu's, that she does not get that early as possible, and she doesn't. As if you're able to shut that Kayle down, that's a lot of your damage coming through, and it does look
we're seeing the invade from the other side over here.
Uottawa is making a very, very abrasive invade, but
and they're getting kind of collapsed.
Also, does recognize that this is an invade,
and you can see Morg like wanting to go in, and like the call is definitely going to come out to be like, hey, just chill out.
Yeah,
like,
as I said, there is most likely going to be an invade. What I would like to see is that maybe right now it's an information given over to Old Swole saying, okay, maybe they're at our red. If they do go for red, we're going to vertical jungle over, and we're going to take their buff instead. So if they actually did, but they didn't opt to take the buff, they're going to just ward and make sure that if they did want to get a pick, they could. But I wouldn't have saw that invade work either way. They have actually no CC.
Yeah,
to actually go in.
There's none. There's other than like damage. Like that's all they're really.
Yeah, they don't really have any CC to lock somebody down like a Morgana binding. So they did go for the invade. That was very, very confident.
I honestly thought that like we were going to see Old Swole like just kind of collapse on him with that CC advantage, but no blood has been spilt just yet, and we're actually seeing LeBlanc versus Vlad. Morgan going down to the bottom up against Karma. And you're seeing shots firing on every cylinder right now.
I want to see what Olaf's pathing will be if in the Gragas, if Petalpa or Aurora would want to path in towards the top lane and make sure they can get the Kayle ahead or behind.
Say that 3 times fast.
Petalpa.
Just Aurora.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Roro.
If he does play Olaf well, and if his pathing is on point, he'll be. And if he does get the Kayle behind, I feel like that'll be really, really good for him.
Yeah, and that's a lot on these
overall.
junglers.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing Kate taking a fair chunk of damage just from like.
She has fleet footwork, so she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's not gonna. It's not gonna be not at all detrimental.
Yeah, just like those little sort of HP. Those little sort of things could mean a lot if there's like the potential of all in. But yeah,
the Karma Shield is able to definitely block or speed up the Caitlyn, and so that she can sidestep even easier into the lane. She does have fleet, so she will be able to heal that HP back up if she would like to. I would assume this game is probably not going to be highly kill intensive, meaning like there's not going to be like not a lot of bloodshed going to happen.
I mean, if it is, that's kind of that's kind of not the plan, I think, for either team. And if it just so happens, well, then it happens. Oh, there we go. There's the first binding. And the trade going the other way.
Looks like Isley is 1 HP. He does have to back away. He did hold on to his sums, his heal, and his flash.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll want to stay any further. It does look like he got chunked, and he will go back and reset. That's really good for Caitlyn because she can now push in, get the wave to crash into the tower, and then once you have that, you reset, and then the wave will push back into you, denying Eli even more CS than he already has. He's already down 9 CS. If they did want to, they could have pushed it in back to, and then afterwards, Caitlyn would have gotten maybe a call or boots, and then came back into lane. But I'm pretty sure she wanted to stay. Yeah. So denying Xayah as much CS as possible is probably the best case scenario.
And I believe that like you're seeing that like, there we go. There's the taunt that comes on there. And a pretty good amount of damage
through, but I don't think he'll commit any further.
I don't see any reason to, but they're still brawling pretty well. But in the bot lane, you're probably seeing that that it really does seem like the old Swole team is kind of focusing on the poke rather than the CS as of this point, trying to get the damage down.
I would say like Xayah just needs time to get out of this lane. It's a really, really bad lane also for Xayah. With Caitlyn, Chaps, Karma's empowering shield. Everything that comes out from that, he was just very like poke heavy. So all Eli really has to do is just be able to like survive this lane, get into the mid game, get his items, and then scale into what his Xayah is, making sure he doesn't die. It already kind of looked grim though because he did back with Caitlyn has she has 32 CS up into Eli's 17. It does look like Gragas wanted to look for a gang with a very early Predator boots, but nothing really worked out. So
as far as like that, I think that was more just like a kind of like to try and push away some of the pressure that was coming down on the bot lane. Just be like, give him a little bit of space to be like, hey, I'm around. Keep that in mind. Let him CS a little bit.
Sometimes even in solo queue, it's a good idea. I actually follow this a lot, but it looks like
there we go.
Root does come on to head, but nothing's going to happen. Looks like Olaf does want to go try to steal away Raptors for the Gragas, but he's not going to manage that. But I was going to say, sometimes the threat of a jungler managing. Looks
that's
like
really close. There's the biz.
And
a lot of damage, and
coming in from the Xayah,
kill.
and first blood goes for the Xayah. Didn't have the burn heal. Ignite does come through. Flash does come through. And Caitlyn is down and out. As soon as she got hit by the binding, they instantly pulled that trigger. They were like, you know what, we got the binding, we're going to go for it. And that's really, really good. Now, if they push this in, they can push in the wave, reset back, and then Eli will probably have enough gold to get his BF sword. Yep.
Yeah, like definitely like a lot of sort of like a very quick decision making that I had to go on there. And
100%, you land the binding, you go in, like no matter what, you just flash in, ignite, and pour everything because Caitlyn's not able to flash out in time, and she, even if she did flash,
nearly did. Like it was close, but
not enough to have an impact.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of sums down. So you're probably the junglers are now going to want to kind of slide their way down bot to the best of their ability and trying to use that as much as possible. But
what I was saying before is sometimes the threat of a jungler is actually more, it could be just as important, if not more important, than like their actual gank. Because establishing a jungler's presence and just like making yourself there and having your presence there is basically saying, hey, I'm Gragas, I'm coming down bot lane, I'm going to have that pressure. It looks like Olaf does secure
Oh, get the
Infernal Dragon, which is actually really, really... even if they did lose First Blood, they did get the Infernal Dragon back, so that's really, really good for them.
and like that was like definitely getting something out of the
Biden
back
does line
that's
onto
going
the
on there.
Caitlyn.
Yeah, but
she doesn't have Flash or Sums. She
yeah,
does have
but
the
on
Karma
the in on bindings, but I don't think you plan around bindings. Like, it's still something that's like difficult.
As soon as you land a binding, I would assume like the majority of the time, if you land a binding, that's your chance to go in and actually like do a lot of damage. Like that's like an opportunity a lot of the time. So Caitlyn is stepping a little too far forward. They don't have any cooldowns at the moment. Zayed. Karma is forced to flash out. Binding does come to the Caitlyn. She doesn't have any flash. She doesn't have a heal, and kill does come through for the Morgana.
There we go.
And as I said, no Sums onto the Karma. She just blew her flash, and Caitlyn does not have flash because she burned it earlier.
Yeah, and like I thought that like that next kill in the bot lane was going to be coming from some sort of jungle pressure, but
no.
Just another solid.
She does have TP, she'll be able to get back into the lane and make sure she can get some of that CS.
But overall, that was very, very good pressure coming in from the Shen. What they could do now also is that Shen has TP.
Yes.
And Kayle doesn't have TP. Well, Kayle also doesn't have ulti. So if Shen does want to make a play towards bot lane, if Shen does want to ult onto the Xayah, onto Eli, and help them out even further to even get them snowballing even further, I feel like that would be just such a solid thing for him to do. He should be looking to ult bot lane right now because Kayle doesn't have any type of globals. She doesn't have an ulti. She doesn't have TP. She doesn't even have Sums.
Yep.
She has no Sums. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for Shen to come out and to ult onto the Xayah and even further scale this and help this Xayah even scale even harder.
Yeah, and the kind of like the unseen story is Olaf is like hard farming the jungle.
Yeah.
Like that man has not even like he's not even considered.
That's a very, very good bait coming in, but it does look like
no, but that axe.
Olaf is ready to commit and counter gank. LeBlanc is here. Vladimir is not. Flash it in coming in from the Xayah.
Got the wrong chain, but there's the hook. Are we going in? Yeah, we're going in.
And
there we go.
Are they going to be able to secure it? They do secure it. Amazing. Never mind. I was going to say amazing tower aggro management from coming out from UOttawa, but it does look like they fumbled it just a bit. They did get a kill onto the Shen and onto the Gragas. Kill just come through with LeBlanc. Up in CS as well, about 20 CS over the Vladimir, and a kill over Pocket. So I think they'll be able to take that. It would have been cleaner, however, if they let Olaf tank one more shot and then LeBlanc.
Yeah.
But I felt like that could have been, it was the best thing they could hope for. They did take down the Shen and the Gragas. So.
It's also unfortunate that the
Vladimir does flash in with the Tides of Blood coming in, and Karma doesn't have any sums to help her out. Caitlyn doesn't have flash or heal. Are they going to look for the dive? Another binding comes in for Caitlyn, and it does look like she is dead and out to go. No Sums. The bot lane is very, very rough right now.
Yeah, it's the rough stuff. And you saw, like, on the other side, the tower aggro management going perfectly. Everyone at a nice sort of even amount of HP, and they're going to be able to go through.
It's as if we had. It's as if we saw you. It was the same play.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, but it was basically the same play, but just Old Swole did it better.
just a bit. I mean, like, you do have a lot more movement utility on that inside of that
Yeah,
group.
they managed to dive better.
And it was 3 ranged, not 2 melee.
Yeah. They managed to dive better, and they're able to come out on top with that. I think Vladimir is going to be TPing into the Lux dash. Amazing Gragas.
Okay,
barrel casket.
No. We're
does
not
flash
going to kill, but like
with the distortion coming through. It was an amazing play by the Gragas, being able to body slam into the LeBlanc distortion.
Yeah,
and interrupting her dash. Casket using her Gragas casket to push LeBlanc into the tower range. It does look like LeBlanc did burn her flash, though. She wasn't going to die. That was gonna be a 200 IQ play. That was straight up. I've never seen a fat man move so fast before. Honestly.
You haven't seen me when I hear that lunch call at home. So you know. Tell you what, get myself winded real quick.
Yeah.
But
amazing play from the LeBlanc though.
Yeah.
It was kind of a fumble. If she waited a second longer, she would have died. But she did have to burn her flash, and yeah. So she did have to burn her flash, and she distortion out. Goggins did have to use Casket, and Vladimir was there to help. This lane is going to be, I hope, kind of okay for the Vladimir now. It doesn't look like he's
you're
taking
talking
a lot
about
of
that,
damage.
and it's not looking that okay.
He is chunked out to about 20%. Does distortion in, but I'm pretty sure Vladimir does pull out. Looking at bot lane, Morgana is tanking the tower. Stopwatch does come in, and she does not die. Heal coming in for Eli.
They didn't even need that. I think I think they were out, but it's better to play safe.
Yeah. So it does look like Olaf did drop the Herald top lane. Shen does not have flash at the moment. He's
Kayle
able
missed
to dash out. He's going to
missed
be
the
able to
arrow.
run out. Yes, he is teleporting in for the Vladimir
Bye-bye.
almost, and yep, he is able to get out. Tower does go down for bot lane.
And they're setting up on Dragon now.
Yeah, tower's traded 100%. Bot lane tower does go down, and top lane tower does go down as well with the Herald. And it looks like they're going to be starting up the Dragon with the priority that they have. They did see Olaf top lane. So they're going to be, they said, as soon as they saw Olaf top lane, they're going to be like, we're going to trade him tower for Dragon. I don't think this is the right call for Old Swole, but a Dragon is a Dragon at the end of the day, especially if it is a Mountain Dragon. They do get the tower with the Herald.
Yep. Definitely
All
gonna have
full
that,
plating, and because it was less than 14 minutes in, they did get full plating tower on the first tower for Kayle. So a lot of gold to come out of it. She does have a gunblade at the moment, and Shen makes sure that the Herald does not crash into the inhibitor tower.
Yep, very important.
I think that was okay for Yu Auto 100%. They did take a whole tower. They took 2 towers with that whole play, with Shen being dead. Well, not being dead. He had to back away.
Accidentally going into Kayle, and that's a lot of damage that can come there.
Fantastic coming in for the Gragas. He has 1 HP. Kayle gets rid up.
Hook.
She does come out with the ulti, but nothing will happen very much
very
soon.
Surprising. Kind of like
Gragas with 1 HP. Very, very, very good from the Kayle to actually say maybe Gragas is still going to be hanging around. They are going to take the rebuff. Kayle.
I think that was just the greed of Raptors, and then that just sort of happened that the jungler's in there. But I mean, hey, get that adaptation through.
Yeah.
And
Binding does come on through the one, but I don't think she'll be able to take a lot of damage. Plating gold does come through. I would like to see the LeBlanc actually go bot lane right now to the side lane. Usually when you're when bot laner tower is down, you want to, as a mid laner, you have to be able to match your side laner. So Binding does come in for the Morgana. Amazing binding. Ulti does come in. Xayah ulti does come in as well. Morgana is a 1 HP. Ignite does come in. And Eli is able to secure 2 kills. 3 kills. And there you go. That's a Xayah double kill coming in with an Essence Reaver. Was able. She did burn flash. Heal was not up, but they were able to land a binding onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn stepped up way too far without flash, without anything, and she was punished very, very dearly.
Yeah, aggressively, and the whole team was punished there, and it's those 3 being dropped,
Looks
and
like
Gragas going in hard.
Misses flash.
little
He does
much.
have stopwatch to make sure that he doesn't die.
But on the backside, Olaf
was able to come in and clean up the kills. Gragas is standing a little bit too far. Vladimir is going to be able to use his pull and get out safely, but very, very aggressive from the Gragas.
Yeah.
Missing his flash body slam. And even coming in further, but Stopwatch was able to come in and almost save him, but it didn't really. Xayah does get killed in the backhand by the Olaf coming in from the backside. They are going to be able to take this tower, though. Xayah is dead, so they will be able to trade that back. So that's really, really good for them. The fact that Xayah did die and a lot of gold did come through.
Having Olaf and the Caitlyn as strong, and the Kayle, there's strong tower hitters that's going on right here. You're gonna.
She is behind though. She's very. She still does not have an item. She is working through the rapid fire cannon and the IE. She has more CS than the Xayah. Xayah has a completed full Essence Reaver built, and she's probably gonna go for rapid fire cannon. What I believe.
3 kills will help you with that.
Yeah. And Morgana does have a very, very early Zanya, so if she really does want to, her flash is going to be coming out very soon. If she does want to, she can flash in an ulti, and with the Zanyas already being prepared, she can disrupt a lot of the engage that they do have. It is relatively close at the moment. I would say that if there was going to be a difference, it would have to be probably top lane is probably going to have to break out soon. If Shen does come in ulti, Shen does come in ulti in and save the Xayah from a crucial play, that'll be really good. And if the Kayle is able to put an ulti onto the Olaf, and Olaf is able to dive into the backline and kill the Xayah quickly and fast enough before she even gets her ulti out, then that will be amazing. So we'll see what the Gragas is. The Gragas and the top lane will probably be able to do.
Yeah,
with their
and it's actually really interesting because now, because that Morg shield really good, but Olaf isn't bringing CC at you. He's just gonna hit you as hard as he goddamn can, which that's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So and neither will the Q, or the Morgana ult. So it's really it's down to Shen to like save the Xayah in those scenarios if
Yeah.
Olaf is bursting through.
Yeah. Looks like they are skirmishing over the over vision control at the moment. I would have assumed that they could as long as they're able to have the good vision control. A lot of bindings coming in from the Morgana, just hitting every single binding possible. If she does hit one more, Noxia will for sure be able to die. Pink Warriors are coming in. And Olaf is going to be able to step right in through because if he does get bind, he can just ulti Ragnarok
This
right
is what
out of
Olaf
it. Eli
does.
is
He's
stepping a little
thug.
bit too forward.
The man is going to thug.
Is able to actually kill off the Karma. Kayle ulti does come in. Olaf in the backline be able to kill off the Xayah.
Oh, yeah.
Shen
He's
is
going.
tanking too much of the damage. Vladimir is not able to do much. LeBlanc is trying to kill off the Gragas. Vladisem doesn't come in for the Gragas.
Oh
is
my
not able
God.
to secure the kill. Kayle still is not dying. Vladimir does flash out, but still dies to the Caitlyn ulti. Coming in,
and we're seeing
felt
the
like,
plan come to fruition.
Yeah, I felt like the Xayah stepped in a little bit too far. She was able to secure a kill onto the Karma, but was not able to fully commit and to kill everybody off.
Well, like Olaf did the full Hulk Hogan point
That's what
Xayah, and it's like
Kayle was able to use her ulti, Divine Judgment, onto. She was able to use Divine Judgment onto Olaf's ulti Ragnarok, and be able to, as I said before, the Kayle Olaf ulti. Kayle Olaf combo is extremely gruesome to deal with because Olaf is running at you with immunity, and the fact that he can't die on top of it is just really good. They are going to be able to secure Ocean Dragon on top of this. Is going to be really good for Olaf and his healing and his passive, and Kayle with the Gunblade and the sustain that Karma will be able to come in.
It's a nice addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So very even coming up at it, but Vladimir was not able to do as much as he could. He did, unfortunately, expend his flash.
What was going on in like the background that like we kind of didn't see with LeBlanc kind of being like tricky and like kind of messing around with the Gragas and stuff that meant that a lot of his disruption like just didn't happen. And Vlad was in a weird position because he's like, who do I try and kill?
Yeah. He did
so-
land his ulti onto two people. However, he wasn't able to secure anything off of it. It's not affect Vladimir by any chance. He's actually going a very slow Vladimir build. In my experience playing Vladimir, I usually don't rush Proto Belt at all, actually. Even in a LeBlanc matchup, I truly believe that if you are going to play Vladimir is supposed to build like Rabadon, Spellbinder, and still, scale into that.
Do you think that the Proto Belt though is
It's
a
good
possible
for
escape from the
it
like
is.
the Olaf run?
Yeah, it is. It's 100% good. The only thing that I would say that is bad about the Proto Belt for Vladimir is if Vladimir does have Rabadons and Spellbinder and Void Staff, he'll be able to do more damage. Right now that he has if not that he has Proto Belt and Merc Treads, he'll be able to get off the CC. He'll be able to get out of the CC that LeBlanc is able to provide with the chains, but he's not going to have enough damage to kill. He took the more slow route, and if he wanted to right now, if he wanted to scale a little bit further and faster, he can go for a Proto Belt and Morello Domicon. I think he is going for a Banshees at the moment, so that he's making sure that LeBlanc doesn't hit the chains.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to come out with the Banshees. If he really did want to, he would have probably went for Morello's to provide a little bit more damage and reduce the healing that Olaf comes in when he ults in, uses his Ragnarok to try and kill everybody off. But
as well as like the Kayle heals, the
Kayle heals, the Olaf passive, and the Karma shield's coming up on top of it, and the healing that Karma is able to provide. If Morello's Morello Nomicon will actually be really good right now. I don't think he'll be opting for the Morello Nomicon. I feel like he's going to go for Banshees or Zhonya's, depending on which way he will see. Lawanda's destruction now is not going to get caught just yet. Kayle is side laning into the bot lane right now. Shen is going to be trying to answer for the Kayle.
Man, that's spooky seeing the LeBlanc go in there with like the just like with the bind and everything, like nearly actually got bound on the offside there too.
It's if someone gets hit by a binding, they're almost sure going to be dead. No cleanses, and Kaylin is not a mobile champion by any means. If she does get hit by a binding, she will more for sure die. Yeah. So we'll see. Shen is on the Shen is bot with TP with ulti prepared. If
wow,
does
going in aggressive.
able to go in.
There we go.
Kayle
Olaf's
ulti and
going
Xayah
on.
ulti coming in. Vladimir is on the back line being able to ult everybody. Kayle ulti does come in for the Caitlyn, and Vladimir isn't able to kill off anybody.
And Olaf
Shen does
also
secure a
going
kill
down.
onto Olaf. Yep. And LeBlanc is binded up but not able to secure a kill onto the Morgana. Shen is running for his life. He does have flash if he does
Speaking of running for your life, LeBlanc jumping around the binding.
Distortion does come in, and with the Magic Salis or Magic Silas, I'm assuming that's what the term
We
is
call
for
it the Q.
Yeah. Magil Silas, her Q, secures the kill onto the Morgana.
Isn't it called Sigil?
Sigil Malice. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Because like she got like a whole new a whole new kit and stuff like that. I wasn't
Yeah.
like particularly up with that. So I
Yeah,
was
it's a
like,
mark. I'm pretty sure it's called Sigil of Malice. I'm pretty sure.
It's
but
the LeBlanc mark.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna
LeBlanc
call it.
Q coming
Yeah.
in. It's a mark. She
Yeah.
hits the mark and then
She's marking you.
kills off. But as we saw, Vladimir was able to actually ult onto the Kaelin and to the Karma.
Mm-hmm.
But Kael ulti does come in and save Kaelin.
And you can see the difference there because Olaf wasn't able to really be as dominant as otherwise. With Xayah being able to flash over, he still couldn't even fight the Shen afterwards.
Yeah.
So like you could see the difference like so clearly within the fight where it's like when that Kael ult isn't on the Olaf, like
Yeah.
how entirely different the fight goes.
Yeah. So it is Eli has been stepping very, very forward, very, very aggressively. And so is Kaelin actually she dashed into Xayah saying like, hey, listen, the Xayah's caught out. We're going to go in right now.
Yeah.
So and she did, and she did kill off Morgana, but wasn't able to do anything else afterwards. So
Still, like that's like a really nice addition for like when you're like in the 4-kill range and like all you really got to your name was like a CS that's rapidly kind of like closing in.
Yeah.
Having just that one extra kill, like that's gonna like help you like close that gap real quick. So it's good, and Olaf comes in with the steal.
Is able to secure the blue buff, smites it away. Vladimir does pull away.
I thought they were gonna go further in on that. I'm like, you're
Yeah,
Olaf,
they could
you're
have, but I
LeBlanc.
didn't think they wanted to extend any further. They didn't have any vision of anybody else that was there. They are gonna go for they're gonna pale away and go for the Mountain Dragon. Baron is going to be spawning. Sorry, not spawning. I'm pretty sure it is there at the moment. If they do want to take it, so
That would it seems like they're all moving kind of top ways, at least hitting up mid.
with the LeBlanc, she has to go bot lane and side lane and answer for the Vladimir and make sure that he doesn't scale into his Rabadons and his Void Staff. So she will be down there. The only problem is that she doesn't have a TP, but Vladimir does. So Vladimir does have that global pressure, so he can go bot lane and he can side lane and make sure that he can get a lot of CS so he can start farming up and being like the monster
Kael
that
getting
Vladimir
really
is.
aggressive.
Kael is. Gunblade does come out, autos and autos and
forces out
autos
the
and
flash, and it just
forces the
keeps
flash
happening.
and kills off the Shen.
Kael, baby.
Chases him down and executes him. No problem. Flash for flash. With that death, I'm pretty sure you, Ottawa, will be able to say, hey, Shen is dead. We should probably go for this Baron. So they are going to be clearing out the vision at the moment. And if they are able to with Shen being dead without Shen.
There's the pick,
ulti,
though.
It does
Boom,
look
boom,
like
boom.
LeBlanc completely assassinates the Xayah. Xayah was not paying attention whatsoever. It's for the LeBlanc
no vision.
assassination coming
Like-
in. If Gragas does have to steal this away, he does have flash, he does have Predator.
Yo,
He does pop the
LeBlanc
Predator.
is
LeBlanc in the
fiending
back.
right now.
You're going to be zoning off the Gragas, making sure he can't steal it. Body Slam does come in, but he
By
will
zoning,
surely-
you mean killing,
Yeah,
right?
it's zoning and killing off the Gragas. Even though that was very, very poorly done from the Xayah and the Gragas both, too. Xayah getting caught out,
You can
not paying
forgive the
attention.
Xayah because you're like, all right, there's not
She
any
didn't-
vision.
Yeah, she was out of vision. I'm pretty sure she wasn't on her porch. She was looking at the Baron actually. And so, but my only problem is that she saw, if you knew you're going to get caught and your damage was coming onto you, you could have at least ulted away with the LeBlanc Sigil coming in, with the mark.
Yeah,
But he
before you
didn't
got
do
the
that.
silence kicked
yeah,
off, yes.
He didn't do that whatsoever. He just completely just let her kill him. And now they're going to be able to push down mid. And again, I would hope would be an inhibitor. Gragas still has all his sums. Xayah does have an ulti as well. If she does have it. She did not use it when she got killed.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
the
Baron push,
strategy.
it looks
Oh
like
my
Kael is
God.
a lot of damage coming up to the Kael. Gunblade of Vladimir coming into the black line. Tides of blood coming in.
Yeah, all
and
right,
he
bud.
is not able to kill anybody
A+
off. Looks
for
like the
effort.
Kael is going to be able to ulti onto the Olaf with the Ragnarok. I'm not going to die going to survive a few minutes longer so that he can secure the win for himself. And
Yeah,
with
hopefully.
this,
I mean,
LeBlanc comes in and completely shuts down the Xayah, stepping up way too forward. It's just Gragas and Shen coming in.
Shen going in, the legend.
Gragas Casket coming
he's
in.
the
Flash kills. Is he going to be the last hope, the last remaining survivor? Shen ulti does come in. Make sure he doesn't kill the
and jumps in front too.
But
Look
I don't
at
think
this
it'll
thing.
matter. Kaelin and Kael will be able to secure and end the game. You Ottawa,
That is
first
the-
win.
Yeah, that's the first win in a very convincing format.
Yeah,
Even,
100%. 7-0 onto the Kael.
Yeah.
Completely, the damage was completely unexpected. Completely just went onto the Morgana, bursted her down, killed her. 100%. Wow.
Yeah, and even like despite the problems in the bot lane for you Ottawa, they kind of managed to move around that, and you
Yeah,
kind of
they
honestly
did.
seen Caitlyn at the end there being
Yeah.
like, "I'll just put my body on the line. It doesn't
Yeah.
really mean much. Like, we're gonna be able to get some kills, and if we get some good team fights, things are gonna be good." So yeah, that's the first game going on, and to remind everyone, this is gonna be best of 3. This week, so we're going to be going back into picks and bans pretty soon. But like, it feels like Ottawa U had like their plan set up, and even with the sort of like rocky starting that they were having, they managed to get through. But on the other side, the sort of slow play that didn't come together like totally to fruition. So, what would you like to see more from old Swole?
They should have extended their advantages better. To be honest, as a team, Caitlyn and Karma completely got dominated. They got hit by multiple bindings. Caitlyn didn't have cleanse to get out of any bindings that Morgana was able to put through. Caitlyn died multiple times. They bot lane completely and utterly lost. But I felt like this game was majorly decided by top lane.
Yeah,
Kayle
top lane
scaled
and jungle. I mean,
yeah, I would say Kayle scaled extremely well. She was able to get multiple solo kills onto the Shen in the mid game and be able to kill them off and extend her advantage. She was, as you saw, she one-shotted the Morgana that it was just surprising burst damage.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that coming either. So
it was like I honestly sat there and I'm like, oh cool, the LeBlanc's there, and I go, oh, no wait, that's the Kayle.
yeah,
That's the Kayle.
that's it. That is the Kayle that is coming in to kill kill the Morgana off in the last fight. Gragas did have an amazing last dying performance, at least. That was able to hit the casket, kill off the Olaf, a flash body slam to kill off Kayle. Not Kayle. To kill off LeBlanc. To kill off LeBlanc and the Olaf, but unfortunately, Kayle and Caitlyn were able to secure the Nexus and secure themselves a win.
And if you want to be seeing some more action there, make sure to stay on here. We're going to be coming back. There's going to be just a little bit of a break, and we'll be seeing you for game number 2.
Game number 2.
Very soon.
Don't go away.
villain, this is what I be. I like to dress my best, and revenge is looking good on me. I be suiting up my whole team. I really hope you know we ain't here to treat you kindly. I live with the intent to build a dynasty. Be my right hand, this is yours far as the eyes can see. Don't need a watch to be icy. With me on your wrist, out of your ex, who the fuck is she? Get your current out the way, let me do what I do best and put them all to shame. Turn the center of your attention into a side thing. Once I step into the picture, no one else is in the frame. Once I step into the room, all the tongues are on my name. All the eyes are on my body, all the R's on their face. All the haters in these bitches and wanna take my place, but my man is just like yours, he can't take his eyes off of me. You got the sun in your eyes, you belong in my skies. Don't you dare look away. Thought I was on my feet, but when you turn back, I don't know what to say.
Stuck on your hips, catching my pride, I'ma try not to trip. Shit, and if I tighten my grip, it's cause I need you here, I just can't let you slip.
I forget how to speak, because I don't know your name. Maybe if I did, then I know what I'd be saying. Tawagan mo na lang ako sa telepono, yeah. Ako ay yeah.
I ain't gotta talk, girl, just listen. The way you walk, got my heart jumping and skipping. You're a smooth criminal. The way you move got me looking like a fool grinning. Head over heels, I got the symptoms. You're too divine, you're aligned with my visions. Girl, you too fine, go away. I fight for your love.
And welcome back to game number 2 between U Ottawa and Old Swole. I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the sponsors for the Click League circuit. We're going to be giving a shout out to Desjardins U.ITV. I don't remember exactly how to say that. Ottawa Zine, EC. Ottawa Zine, my bad. I think Zine like magazine because yeah. Anyways, Ottawa Zine, as it was corrected, EC Education, Giant Panda, and Ottawa International Education Consulting. Now, back to the game. We saw one humdinger of a match. If you don't know what humdinger means, neither do I, but it sounded like the right word at the time. And we're going to be going back to some replays, some major moments here that we're seeing that critical binding slowed everything down and get some major kills. And this was kind of like a
Ain't gotta hide. You see me and think wifey. Ain't my fault your girls see it too and wanna wife me.
Fitted white shirt, but I came to fuck it up. Act like you ain't see me, but I see you sup. Buttercup, young flex guy. Know I got the such and such. Shot when I arrive, you ain't even gotta ever touch. You want a dynasty? Come along and down with me. You could be my rib, this is your fault, so I can see. Don't look away, I kick you in frame. Young boy spit game. I'm just trying to know your name.
You got the sun in your
This is Zaya. Makes sure she can just ends the game completely right there. And the Gragas does do a good job of killing off the LeBlanc.
Yeah, not before the taunt and casket come through to get the kill. And then this is what we were talking about, the dash and flash.
Coming in for the Gragas. But it didn't matter because Caitlyn and Kale both, Shen ulti does come through so that he can make sure that the Gragas does stay alive.
Oh yeah, I love this. He jumps in front like almost like presidential style.
Yeah.
Like,
but
stops the
sadly,
bullet.
Uada was able to come in with the win.
Yeah,
Shen
there's
does flash and then Tall.
Yeah, and those are the final moments, but not the final moments for this entire series. And we're going to see if that replay is going to kind of be indicative of what we're going into right now for the picks and bans. So going in, nothing's been picked and banned, but do you think that you actually try and deny that Olaf? Well, I mean, like, that makes sense, like Pantheon ban, but, like, do you think that you actually ban based upon the last game, or do you let that slide going, hey, maybe we can just pick a better comp or play our comp a little bit better?
I'd say Kale and Olaf are very, very, so they are going to
there we go.
yeah, they're going to ban away the kills, so they don't want to deal with it. They have opted to go for the blue side for the first pick. So Old Swole will be on the blue side, and Uada will be on the red side. They are going to ban away the kill so that the Digital Lotus doesn't have that kill. But however, Renekton is still an option. They are going to ban away ADCs as well, Kai'Sa and Caitlyn,
Yeah, that's definitely like a target ban at this point.
towards Eli.
Yeah, even though like he wasn't like a major player in how like the win sort of came about.
Yeah.
Still having that bot line being a little like the bot lane being a little bit more sort of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Feels like a good choice.
We'll see what they ban next. Yeah, so they do come in with their Renekton ban because Digital Lotus plays Renekton. He played a very, very clean Renekton. They're going to come in with a complete Xayah ban too,
Man.
so they can steal away. Make sure they don't first pick the Xayah.
That's some ADC hate.
Yeah, I'd say. Rakan is still on the board if they do want to take about it. I wouldn't assume people would take Rakan if Xayah is also banned. So they are going with the triple ADC ban towards Eli, and they are going to go with full top laner banners with Digital Lotus banning away Pantheon.
Well, like Pantheon's just like a
Staple.
general
Yeah,
ban to
Renekton
take.
and Kayle. So Syndra is open. They banned Syndra last time. Syndra is still open if they do want to pick Syndra open.
Yeah, and
he does come in
allowing
with this
Elise
Swain.
and Swain.
I haven't actually seen a lot of Swain nowadays, especially playing in normals and solo queue.
I think there was a single Swain that got played yesterday. I don't remember exactly for what team.
It
but I
was
just
for Sakura, yeah.
Yeah.
Sakura's
so-
top laner, Eric Tang. He picked out the Swain and played very, very well, solo killing his opponent Quinn twice.
Yeah,
So-
and you wouldn't like sort of expect that particularly
Yeah.
because Quinn can play pretty safe.
Yeah.
Like, you get tagged, and we see a Lucian come in. That's I think like further restricting the ADC, so now
Yeah.
you can like really sort of narrow in on what you want your bot lane to look like.
100%. I would assume that Eli has 4 options taken away from him already. I don't know what they're gonna pick. If there are only other ADCs that I would assume are gonna be open are Tristana. Tristana is still really good. Yeah,
There's
I
the Trist.
Tristana coming in as an ADC. And if they do want to go for a support, Tristana and Braum could be an option if they do want to go for that. Tristana Braum is still very, very solid. Take away from the Lucian Braum. They're
It's
actually gonna
the
go for
Pike.
the Pike. Ooh, death below.
That's right. Oh
death
man.
from below. Looks like Pike will
Anyone
be.
can like people can drown anywhere.
Yeah. If Pike gets ahead, it'll be.
That's gonna be rough. We're
Yeah,
seeing the
yeah.
Olaf coming on the other side.
Looks
so.
like they didn't opt for the. They thought the Kayle was the problem, not the Olaf. So they're gonna pick the Olaf again. So no
Let's
Kayle
test
though.
that theory.
Yeah. No Kayle Olaf combo. Karma is still open. So I would assume if I was red side right now that they need to ban top laners and mid laners.
And that's
So
what they're doing.
they
but-
did ban away the GP for one. So Morgana does come in for a ban too. I would assume if you wanted to ban another top laner to restrict the pool even further, Aatrox can be a ban
Yeah.
too.
But like I don't know about like that's like I don't see an Aatrox coming out for Old Swole like with this lineup that we're seeing already. Like I don't see how that would like add into the sort of like Olaf like sort of comp that's going in. Like you already have 2 guys that like want to rush in. Do you really want Aatrox also jumping in on top of that, or do
Yeah.
you want something with just like a little bit more CC and kind of like stabilization of the fight?
Yeah. So far, it's extremely aggressive. Also, Tristana could be flexed 3 ways actually.
Oh, of course.
She could be flexed top lane, mid lane, and she could be flexed top lane, mid lane, and ADC if they truly do want to go for that.
Yeah.
They are gonna ban away the Gangplank, Shen, Zoe, and Morgana. So Morgana is probably like the most obvious ban if you're gonna be
That's a
playing
respect
Pike.
pick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, that's a respect ban coming in through there. If they do want, they still have their mid laner to pick. So let's see what they blind pick here. They are gonna go with the. Well, yeah, they're gonna lock in the LeBlanc.
Okay. And like LeBlanc did like really good last game, so
Yeah, but why not pick it? Yeah, why not pick the LeBlanc again? Except I'm pretty sure, yeah. So if he does want to pick, if Periodal again, he played Vladimir last game. If he does want to pick Vladimir again into LeBlanc, he can. LeBlanc has been blind picked, so we'll see what the answer is. Camille is an answer to the Swain, and this should be the mid laner pick. Yeah, it should be whatever he
a
wants.
lot
to
of
pick.
different things. Looking at the Ahri.
Yes.
I kind of like that though because
yes,
yes.
my champion.
As will.
I play so much Ari. Like I have.
I'm a jungler, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, whatever. You can have.
Every time I
pretty
see an Ari
champions.
player, it's either like I always like criticize him so hard because that champion got me to Grandmaster, so it's like I don't know. Like I love that champion so much, when I see this here play, I want to like I don't want to like I want to go in and be like this Ari is like I want to.
It's Mao Kai.
But yeah, looks like it is gonna be
Okay.
not a Swain top lane, and instead it's going to be a Maokai.
Let's go. I love that tree.
I'm assuming they're gonna be going for. They're gonna be going for a style which they're gonna say, you know what, we're going to pick a tank, and for the Camille, we're gonna neutralize top lane for the early game, and we're gonna have a very early aggression style coming in for Old Soul. Old Soul does have a Tristana. Elise is an early aggressive jungler. Ari coming in if she does go for the Glacial Augment, and Pike coming in. So I don't think they.
What's the bot lane for Old Swole?
Tristana.
I mean, UO. Yeah, I mean UO.
I feel like
Because it's Lucian
Swain.
Swain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucian Swain is going to be. Lucian Swain is. I actually don't have like a.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird.
It's a weird one.
Because it's good. If Swain lands his hook or if his roots, Lucian will be able to get a lot of damage off. A better combo would have been Lucian and Braum. So
Yeah, I'm surprised like there's actually no Braun coming in. Like when you have Trist and
Braum is very good. Braum
Yeah.
as a champion with Lucian is really good because the Lucian Braum combo has been something standard.
Well, it's almost like Riot Police style, where you got the shield in front and
Yeah.
you're firing on behind it.
So the Lucian Braum has always been a standard in pro play. I feel it's been a standard for such a long time that a lot of people have taken advantage of the Lucian Braum for a really long time, as just in general. People have picked Tristana as a flex top mid and ADC. In pro play, we saw Tristana played by Faker in his debut game into Worlds go on 9-0 on the Tristana mid, so that can be played mid.
Yeah,
as he-
hopscotch Tristana, where
Yeah.
it's just a pentakill is just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah. So we'll see. For me, I felt like this. U Ottawa is still, or not U Ottawa. Old Soul is still going for the. Last game they did scale. Like they slowed it down. They went Shen, Gragas, Vladimir, and Morgana and Zaya. And now they're going for Pike, Camille, Elisa, Tristana. They're going for straight dive. So they said, you know
Yes.
what? We're abandoning our slow style. You guys want to play fast? We'll play fast.
Yeah, that's right. That's basically like it was tortoise on the hare, and like the tortoise is like, you know, this is dumb. Strap some rocket boosters to its back, like a
Yeah.
little bit of knots, and just like, we'll keep up. Let's
Yeah,
make
yeah.
this thing happen.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure now Old Swole has finally understood, like, okay, you guys are playing fast. We're going to play fast
Yeah.
as well. We're going to be picking the Pike, the Camille, the Elise, and we're going to get some early ganks, early roams happening, and we're going to be able to accelerate the game even faster than our old comp. Because I'm pretty sure their old comp would have worked. I'm not saying it didn't.
Yeah, and like it was literally just down to like some in-game decisions that's going on there, and just like how some team fights played out. And like I think that's all it was down to. Like they have like at the pick and ban, things made sense.
Yeah.
It's when you got into the game proper that like no plan lasts like 2 seconds when you meet up with the enemy.
They had the early
So-
advantage when they even had the scaling comp, but now I'm pretty sure they're recognizing that it's not effective versus U Ottawa. They play a fast and aggressive style, and I'm pretty sure they're realizing it's respect. It's like, you guys play fast, we'll play fast as
Yeah.
well, you know. So
Well, that's the idea, and it's also like they basically gave him room to play fast. They're
Yeah.
saying like, I wonder if we restrict that room. Like, because if we're gonna play fast, we're gonna be like coming at you just as hard as you're gonna coming at us. Let's see if you crack. Let's see like how that whole thing's gonna go there. Because your offense is on top. Let's see how your defense is doing.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. 100%. I would love to see some early aggression coming in from both teams, as we saw. Probably another invade.
Oh, you're going to.
Probably another invade. It looks like Ari does opt in for not the Glacial Augment, but she does opt in for the more damage-oriented style versus LeBlanc. That matchup is actually very bad for Ari at the early levels. LeBlanc has the advantage early, and if Ari is able to select, or not select, if Ari is able to charm into LeBlanc distortion and interrupt her dash, Ahri can kill LeBlanc very easily. But even then, the bad part about the matchup is Ahri actually doesn't.
2 seconds.
Okay,
There we go.
I was gonna.
Oh, you're gonna move everything around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's on you.
To Summoner's Rift.
Anyways, we're seeing everyone going down bot. Ooh, this is gonna get quirky. Okay, so we're seeing the bot side invade, and everyone's kind of spread out sensibly for you, Ottawa. And the only thing that we're going to be seeing is a Triss that's going to hightail it, pop some emotes, and just kind of get out. There was a part of me that was saying, I'm like, oh, you could get a chip attack in there, just one.
Yeah.
But like, no.
I was about to say before, but the Ahri LeBlanc matchup, a lot of people, if they actually play the matchup as Ahri, LeBlanc chain, if Ahri ults, and if LeBlanc chains Ahri and Ahri ults, you're still in the vicinity of LeBlanc chain.
Right.
So
So you have to use the second one to at least get out.
Yeah, so
which then can be followed up by the
damage.
Yeah, there's a lot that can be happening.
LeBlanc versus Ahri is bad for Ahri because if she lands chain, you can't ult out of the chain distance. The vicinity of the LeBlanc chain is too big.
Ooh,
it looks like
seeing-
Maokai is gonna try and check red buff. He does see that Camille and Elise are gonna be doing the red. He does see that they are on the red. He can't do anything about it though. He has to just let it go. He will probably say to his team like your red is most likely going to be taken, and Olaf will
is
be able
going
to
for
vertical
their
jungle over and do a lot. That is probably the correct play that Olaf will be able to go for. Not much that Maokai could have done either way. He is Maokai. He can't.
Yeah, he's just a tree. He's doing his best.
He can't really like disrupt an Elise and a Camille taking the red buff, and he does. If he dies, he dies. So. Not
I
really
miss
much.
the days of Maokai jungling when you could like stack up all of the. Can you still? Is that still even like effective? Like
No,
stacking them up? Yeah, I figured.
Not anymore. yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever. That I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well.
I still love playing Maokai as a tank. It's one of my best tanks. If I actually do need to play a tank in solo queue, Maokai is one of my go-tos. If I want to play something that's like Garen or Sion, I do hop over to the Maokai. Maokai is just a very safe pick. Ahri does miss the charm.
And
Mark does
bounces
come
out.
on, and Electrocute does come in for the LeBlanc.
Yeah, a lot of damage
So-
is coming over.
Very
we
good
go with
hook
the
from the Pyke.
And going
he
in
is
hard.
going-
There's the first jump. Nothing to it though.
Just trying to take it with the Ignite. Lucian is not going to be... He looks like the root does come in, but he will not fall just yet. Tristana did burn heal. Pyke did burn his Ignite. And Lucian did burn his flash in that exchange. I think that's a relatively good trade.
Yeah, it was
both
a strong
flashes.
skirmish.
Yeah.
But
Both
I think that's gonna have like more advantage for someone for like on the like when Pyke wants to go in, he now has a lot more chance to just be like isolate kill.
Yeah.
But there's Olaf coming down.
Looks
in
like
response.
Olaf does what he does best as... It looks like Sunny does flash in and Tristana
And
does die.
just
Yeah.
like an absolute like fraction of that. And
Yeah. And they noticed that because Tristana didn't have heal and Pyke didn't have Ignite, they wanted to take that dive, and they did. They made a proactive play and said, hey, Tristana doesn't have heal, Pyke doesn't have Ignite, let's dive this and let's see how it goes. And Tristana was already 1 HP. So,
and that might change the entire matchup now. LeBlanc without a flash, trying to get the sort of like early kill up against Ahri, but nothing to it.
looks like Maokai is in a good position to... No, he's not going to do anything. LeBlanc does burn the flash to try and kill the Ahri, but I'm pretty sure with an Elise,
Yeah, she gets out.
LeBlanc will just distortion away. She's not going to... She could have flashed and cocooned.
That's the one thing that was like a potential, but I'm like, that's very bold.
Yeah, you could have, 100%, because LeBlanc didn't have flash. She wouldn't be able to get out, but I don't think Talp had the confidence to actually do that. I didn't think he wanted to burst, or I think he was more scared at the cocoon hitting a minion instead of LeBlanc herself.
Yeah. Where it's like,
Elise
well,
is hovering over top lane to see if she could get off a gank with an Elise cocoon. If Maokai steps up a little bit too forward. But
no,
yeah.
Maokai's sitting back. He's going to be playing nice and safe.
Yeah, but if Camille does have it, does look like he is trying to trade with Camille.
Yeah, and a little bit of aggression
And
coming down
Elise
bot.
will be hovering around top lane, going into a bush, staying out of vision. and will probably try and go for a gank. Maokai is...
that looks like the time. That's the time to go.
This is a good time to...
There it
and
is,
does
there's
hit
the
the cocoon, and Maokai does have flash. Is he going to flash out?
No, yeah.
And flash comes in for the Camille.
Ooh, but
this looks like
speaking
Tristana
of-
dies in the, on the backhand for the bot lane. Pyke alone does have flash. Lucian
He's
is...
not wanting to use it, but he's going to have to.
He's going to have to get out. Sums burned for the Pyke. Tristana does, however, die on the backhand of that. It looks like Maokai is going to be TPing back into the top lane with Olaf going to be coming in for help. Does root up the
Yeah.
Elise.
And
Olaf
gets
Axe
the-
does coming in for the slow. Camille doesn't have flash. It doesn't have any sums to get out. Looks like
Yeah.
she's just going to be a walking robot.
Yeah, tried to actually get the tower kill.
Tried maybe some tire platings.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really work out.
Yeah, I was
But-
just saying, like, to divide the... although it'd still be counting as a kill for one another. Maybe I'm thinking of Dota stuff. Ooh, I said the forbidden word on a League stream. My bad.
That's fine. That's fine.
But, yeah, and you
It
saw,
does look like LeBlanc does distortion in.
And then that
Ignite does
flat.
come in for the Ari.
Yeah, and that
LeBlanc
Ignite
is
really
1
makes him-
HP. Ari still does not have ulti, so she couldn't have followed up with it. She will be hitting 6 very, very soon. She does hit 6, so she does want to stay around. She could. A little bit trades coming in for the Camille, but it looks like
there's the
Maokai
ult.
does come in with the ulti. Camille being rooted up, but she doesn't have her E just yet.
Yeah,
Grasp
it doesn't look like
of
it's
the
going to be
Undying.
grabbing for a kill yet. But gets the
Does
root.
get the root, has a little bit of healing, but is not going to be able to secure the kill. You're Maokai, you're not a Talon, so he's not going to be able to quite kill the Camille just yet. A lot of good trades coming in for the Maokai, though, being able to push Camille away. At least is 1H. Very, very low doing Raptors. Raptors is pushing her away from her camp. Olaf was roaming around to see if he could get a kill onto the Elise. Right now that he probably does know that Elise is probably going to be going back, he's probably going to be securing this dragon. It's relatively free. It should be. LeBlanc does have priority. Mid has prio, bot does have prio as well. Support is back, so this is an absolute free dragon unless Pyke is able to miraculously steal it, but I don't
That's
think he
very
will.
doubtful what's going on there. Where,
So yeah, it will
only the
be
bot
a
lane-
secured dragon for the Olaf. Elise
Has slain the dragon.
Elise is going to be walking towards bot lane to see if maybe Olaf is going to be staying. An early air dragon is not that bad, actually. It's relatively good for an Olaf. It could have been better if it
Pyke
was
aggression.
an Ocean. Looks like he does get the hook onto the
Yeah, and there's a
Swain.
leash right
Lots of damage
afterwards.
coming in. Flash Cocoon coming in. Just on
There's the
jumping
jump.
in is going to be able to secure the kill
Reset.
onto the Swain. Does have a reset. It jumps back in. Lucian has
Oh, at
flash.
least
Is he going
drops.
to use it? You better use it.
But, oh,
He
here
doesn't
comes
use
the
it.
brigade.
Gets hooked and killed. LeBlanc coming in with the answer, being able to roam the kills off the Tristana chain.
and the flash too.
Ethereal chains locking up the Pyke.
And the Ahri
and
comes
Ahri
in at the
coming
end.
in as well with
It's
the
a
ult.
body.
Misses the charm completely,
Oh, and Olaf.
but does get the kill on the backhand. The Orb Distortion be able to kill.
There's no cooldowns left. Like,
Does-
we're
yeah.
done.
Orb Distortion and Spirit Rush coming in for Ahri, being able to kill and secure off that kill. Does have 1 kill under her belt right now. Very good roams coming in from both mid laners. LeBlanc was able to secure 2 kills from that, being able to land an ethereal chain onto the Pyke and be able to make sure that even if he did flash out or if he did eat out, he was still dead and out and killed.
Yep.
So very, very good from that. Unfortunately, Tristana wasn't able to actually do much. She got 1 kill and then she had to die on the back end of that. So Lucian's still up about 20 CS over the Tristana at the moment. And Ahri is looking to stay in the bot lane. Swain is making sure she doesn't back. Olaf is still in the top side if he ever actually wants to do something. Very good disruption from the Maokai. I don't think he's going to be wanting any more.
Yeah, very doubtful. Like, I mean, he's really going to want to actually, like, stabilize that lane because he's behind on the CS. And Camille is, like,
Looks like he's
really
still,
hard to
he
get
doesn't want to
pushed off.
stabilize, he wants to keep fighting. And so, yeah, Camille does go back in. She does have the ult. She's probably not going to pop it just yet. A lot of damage
Yeah.
coming in for the Maokai, though.
He needed that, like, to actually just kind of, like, push him off. But, like, the problem is that every time they push him off, the wave then goes back. You have that Tiamat that comes there. Camille, like, is able to heal back up and be totally fine. Like, I don't think Maokai's ever actually pushed her out of lane thus far.
Yeah. So it's been, even if Camille does have the pressure of, like, Tiamat, Maokai is still being a tank and doing what he loves best. It looks like they're going to look
and
for
he's
a
gonna be
gank,
tanking.
old Camille coming in through, but it's going to be a very easy and secured kill for the Olaf. Very, very clean dive. Maokai doesn't have to expend flash Lots of planes are going to be going through. 20-second death timer for the Camille, so they'll probably be able to take 1 or more 2 plates, at least on the bot side. She's not going to be able to respawn. No dragons to take whatsoever as well. Mid does have prio, is pushed up.
Oh, here we go.
Charm
There's the
does
chain.
miss. Chain lands for the
Second.
LeBlanc. Marker comes in. Ari does I'm pretty sure she does have ulti. I don't think she does use it. Mark does come in.
And we're considering. There's that
No.
distortion.
She will not pursue any further. We'll take the ulti from the Ahri, make sure that goes on cooldown. That's almost a minute of a cooldown coming in for the Ahri ulti. That was actually very detrimental that the Ahri missed her charm onto the LeBlanc.
Yeah.
And so she had to use her ulti for it. So now Ahri is not able to actually roam anymore. She has no more pressure. She has to either stay or play passive. And we'll see if the Elise is coming in for a gank with the LeBlanc, but she won't be able to find anything
Nah, they're
just
just gonna
yet.
kind of like fade away on that. And as you said, there's like such like a high skill like matchup, the Ahri LeBlanc one, where it's like it can go sort of either way. It's like who just lands the CC first.
Yeah.
Where usually Ahri has like the ability to kind of like just kind of get out of that with her ult there, but no dice with the LeBlanc. So very sort of it can go feast or famine, but right now they're kind of just because of the LeBlanc roaming at the right times, getting a little bit ahead on that.
Yeah, it does look like with now that Ahri doesn't have ulti, a lot of options are going to be in limbo. It looks like a fight will be done in the bot lane, and
Looks like
Pyke
a
all
dead
just
Swain.
barely misses, but is able to secure the kill onto Death from below, be able to secure a little bit of gold onto the Swain. Very clean hook, very clean stun coming in from the Pyke. Swain does die. Pyke does miss his ulti, but he is able to get the
And he's
kill.
going in for more.
And is
Gets the
able,
catch.
and Lucian dashes in right into the Pyke hook.
Unfortunate. But
He does dash into the hook, but does not get punished for it whatsoever.
he
Just
gets
on a-
punished enough by like a little bit of damage. Not a
Yeah.
kill on that, and like Pyke's gonna get back that HP really soon, and Maokai is gonna continue the fight. So Camille's gonna hook away.
Yeah, it does look like they're doing the same strat as they did last game, where they poured everything into the top lane. And it does look like a fight is coming in mid lane, but yeah, they're going to
Top
be able
lane's
to
the right
use.
place to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
Maokai's been doing a bang-up job.
It looks like
and,
the jungle has been doing this. Olaf has been doing a lot of work in his macro and his objective control with the Herald. Looks like because Olaf just stepped a little bit too further. Ahri does not have ulti. Goes back in. I don't think he wants to go back in.
Oh, and the spider comes with the bomb.
That must feel really bad.
Wow.
Triumph comes in at the last second and kills all of the Elise. That must feel really bad.
I like the slow Maokai
Triumph-
ult. That's
yeah.
like, come on, please get there, like, but nothing to it.
Triumph just comes in just at the right time to kill. To heal up the Olaf just a bit so he doesn't die. Flash-
Okay.
And
there we go,
with
there's
an
the
amazing charm with the prediction. I'm okay. Well,
Yeah, no, we're in there.
Style points coming in from the Ahri. Okay, I see you.
There's that like high skill that we were like kind of like talking about. Like you got to have the reaction, but there's stuff
I
going
feel
on.
like LeBlanc screwed that up just a bit because she flashed and then waited a second
Yeah,
to
there was
cast
that
her
little
abilities.
moment.
So if she wanted to, she could have done a little bit faster. But it looks like a fight will be coming out the bot lane. Hook does on the land to the Pyke.
Oh, but there's Elise.
Elise has come in.
Playing
Lucian has
spoiler.
flashed forward, but is not able
There's
to get
one
the kill.
jump.
Pyke has all misses.
Oh, there's
Cocoon
two
misses
jumps.
completely too.
There's number 2.
There you go. And is
nothing
able
for
to
number
secure a
3.
kill onto Lucian.
And
to
everyone
the Swain.
lives.
Everyone lives. Lucian flashes in, is not able to get the kill. Swain flashes in, is not able to get anything either. TP does come in for the Maokai and for the Camille as well, but Tristana is able to walk away with that very, very happily coming in with the kill. from
Yeah,
that,
and you
so.
got to be worried about like a Tristana that's kind of like scaling as quickly as this is. We're up on the still. There's 3 deaths on there, but you're moving fast. Not as nothing's completed just yet. Over on Lucian side though, we have the BF and the Blade of the Ruined King. So
Very good charm coming in from the Ahri, making sure she could disrupt that. But I feel like for Eli, he will be able to go back and get. Cocoon just barely
Jumping
misses.
over.
Just does rocket jump inside of Olaf and is able to secure the
Yeah.
kill onto the Olaf. Flash comes in for the Tristana. I don't think they want to take any more, but actually they will be.
Maokai
At
has
least-
tower aggro.
and is able to take
Okay.
the tower and secure the kill onto the Elise farm man. On the bot side, Camille will have a field day top side if she wants to take any more plates for the last remaining seconds.
I just gotta appreciate how this Tristana felt bold enough to jump on an Olaf with
Yeah.
ult, and they were like, "Yeah, no problem, whatever, I got this."
Yeah.
The Cocoon is not there, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like,
Was able to have the confidence to actually jump in and get the kill onto the. Had the confidence to jump in onto an Olaf and kill him off, and they did very much so. So they did kill him off.
kill Himlof.
Olaf.
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 Kill him.
Kim.
Olaf. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
No. I heard it in my
that a
head.
pun?
I heard the pun in my head, and I'm like, I need to get this through.
No, I don't think it was a. I don't know if that
Make
was
it look
one
so
right now.
easy in LCS.
Yeah, they do.
Because fake
amazing
laughter. Oh,
ult
here
to
we go.
Spirit Dash and Charm coming in. It completely bursts out.
Yeah, that's not
Swain does die. Already does ult back in, but it's not going to be able to.
running in. Like,
Doesn't
where's
have
the fight?
Charm. Just looking for. Saying like, get me in, coach. Please get me in.
Yeah, that's
I want more
right.
kills. I want to jump in and keep killing people.
That's right. I got my jumping legs on. Got them all ready.
I don't
Oh,
think
man.
he'll. I think they're going to be able to siege mid lane quite well though. Ari Charm just barely misses onto the Maokai, but Maokai is very beefy. Even if they do land the pike hook, Maokai is still going to be able to walk away.
Yeah, not the main character you want to be really trying to burst.
He should be matching the Camille in the side lane. However, Cocoon does come onto LeBlanc
Yeah.
and is able to just barely
No,
misses
LeBlanc getting
on the
tricksy.
Pike E. Olaf ulti does come in.
And see you
The
later,
Death from below
Ari.
does secure the LeBlanc. And yeah,
And they're going to secure the pike on the other side. There's Olaf, keeps running.
Olaf does secure a double
kill.
on the Elise and the Ari on the backside of that. So Pike ult does secure a kill with Death from below. Does get a little bit of gold from that. Does have a Youmuu's completed. However, Olaf was able to kill Ari and the Elise off at the backside of that whole fight. Amazing
Yeah.
Cocoon on from the Elise to actually block the Elise the LeBlanc distortion. But Pike's E just barely was off by a few seconds.
Yeah.
That he wasn't able to actually root up the LeBlanc fast enough so they can do that a little bit cleaner. But
Yeah, it was like the preemptive Cocoon was so important. Like, it kicked off that entire,
looks like
that
Camille
entire
will
game.
be
Yeah, getting-
collapsed on.
Yeah, can we get
she
some Trixie?
does
Oh,
have flash
that's a
if
lot
she
of
needs to
people.
use it. Does use the
Kind
E,
of
does have an
roll
ulti.
around.
What is she going to do? I'm pretty sure she's going to be dead.
Yeah, avoids the Swain
The
CC.
axe does get tagged onto her, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
just
she'll
gonna let
be
it. Space
dead.
creative.
Yeah, she was too far up either way.
Just a bit.
Is able to secure
Yo.
that. LeBlanc does want to find is going to be in the side lane matching this Justana.
Oh,
I'm
and getting
assuming she will
aggro
be.
on it.
A lot of
Underway.
damage coming in. Completely Q, R, and W completely one-shots with the
Okay.
Sigil.
Yeah, Triss needs to like take it down a bit. I know you're the big AD carry, but like jumping on the Olaf and that worked.
Yeah, that worked.
Like,
but
but, like,
Ari
LeBlanc's
does
a
want to
different
try
game.
and find something. She doesn't have. She does have ulti. She is gonna ulti forward. Does with the Spirit Dash, but is not gonna be able to find anything with the Q. Doesn't do enough damage.
I'm
though.
surprised didn't actually do the blink back there to actually catch Ari right when she went underneath the tower.
Yeah.
Because like all you had to do is like you have to wait for like the just the shot to come out, and then you pop right there. You could throw the chain because I don't think the chain was thrown that entire time. Like I felt like there was a chance to actually kind of reverse that, but otherwise it wasn't actually coming through there. And right now the game is playing out a little differently. That sort of aggression that you were talking about earlier on seems to be coming to fruition. But right now, I think the scary tale of the tape right now is Olaf's getting beefy.
Yeah, he's gonna. I would assume that his build pathing will be going into Warriors, and then he's gonna go into a Black Cleaver, and then probably for a GA if he actually wants to, or a Sterix. I would assume a GA would probably be coming out. Camille still hasn't completed an item 17 minutes in. She does have components. She has a Tiamat, she has a Phase, she has the Stinger completed. Ari also doesn't have any other items but a Ludens at 17 minutes in, so she's not able to farm all the way. But LeBlanc also doesn't have. She just completed her Ludens.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be able going. I would have assumed maybe a Banshees with the Null Magic Mantle. So yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of like more saying that like what we just watched in the last game was Olaf popping off, going in hard. He did have the Kale to like help that along, but he seems to be right inside of there, just completing the Black Cleaver with the Ionian boots. So like he's gonna be running at folks, and
He does
this
have a
is an even squishier lineup.
Yeah, I would have. I honestly, I felt like I would have loved to see a Merc Treads come out because of the Ari Charm, the Tristana ulti, Pike E.
Why would he need it? He has his ult.
Yeah, that's true. just a lot of CC if he ever does want to dodge it, but I don't think he.
Nah, he's not about
Looks
dodging,
like
he's about
Maokai is
face
going to be
tanking.
engaging onto the Pike just right now. I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
be
they're
escape.
trying.
Looks
They're
like a
trying
Maokai
hard.
Going to come in, does flash in and gets the Pike, and Mixer is able to come in and kill the Pike right off. Camille does
Number
die as well.
two.
Double kill, 7 and 2, coming in from the Olaf.
Big boy.
All it really took was for a Maokai ulti to hook and land on, well, to tag Pike and Camille. Both died.
Most importantly, that whole fight was done without the Olaf ult having to be dropped. So there's another fight totally potentially inside the future, like the
Yeah.
near future.
Inferno Dragon does come over for red side over here. And for,
That's two Infernals.
For you Ottawa, so that's really, really good for them. They are
old,
able to come in, and 2 Inferno Dragons is still extremely good. With another Inferno Dragon does come up, that's gonna be you have to contest, or else that's probably game over. I would have assumed that if they don't get if Old Soul doesn't do anything soon.
That's going to be so hard to do to actually contest the dragon. Like, with Olaf being, like, more than happy to fight, and you also have, like, it seems like a team that's better to lock down that sort of small space.
I'm going to cut you off, but it looks like LeBlanc does want to try and find a kill onto the Tristana just jump.
And they're out.
Tristana does ulti out and jumps out. What were you saying?
I was just saying that around the Dragon Pit, like, since you have Swain and Maokai and stuff like that, if they decide to actually, like, just, like, they can choose whenever they want to do the dragon fight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really hard for you, Ottawa, to actually, like, kind of pressure them off, because, like, Olaf is down to fight. Like, Maokai has, like, that ult that's literally going to be like, guess what, you can't go here.
Yeah.
And if you do, well, you're dead. And then you have the same idea that Swain is another, like, high-pressure zoner that can just be like, hey, I'm going to get a pick. So it's like, it's hard. It feels like it's hard for them to, like, initiate into them.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's going to be easier for Old Swole to initiate into, like, into you, Ottawa, as it were. So
we'll see what happens. Looks like LeBlanc does try the distortion onto the Ahri, does jump from the back, but does jump back and dies into the Elise. Pyke does come through. Rocket Jump comes in for the Maokai. 3 people.
3v1.
3 people. Pyke ulti does come in. Death from below does get the kill onto the Maokai, but also Ahri dies on the back end of that. She didn't have an ulti. She did have flash, but she was already dead. Lucian came in and secured the kill right then and there. Maokai and LeBlanc both dead, and Ahri dying as well.
Yeah, and Olaf is like, he's scheming. He's trying to he's trying to find this.
He does have a stopwatch right now too, so if he does want to, I would have assumed right now he's going to be able to go for a Sterix, complete the Sterix, and then go for GA. Pyke is trying to look for something, does not find anything.
I'll tell you what he did
gets
find.
one-shotted. Tristana gets Rocket jumps forward and tries to look for something, but nothing. She doesn't. It's not going to be looking for anything. Dies to the Lucian instead. Completely front lines it completely. Camille doesn't come in with a TP.
Oh, they're going in real hard.
In.
Here comes the TP on the other side.
TP coming on the other side for the Maokai. They're probably going to be able to re-engage.
Oh, he's running.
Camille comes in with the TP, but she's not going to be able to find anything. It doesn't misses her E. Lucian was able to position correctly, and now they're going to look to Baron.
Yeah, and with like an Olaf like this, it's going to be a real quick Baron, and I don't really see Elise and Ahri going to be able to like really stop this. And Camille,
they have to at least
trying.
They have to try.
They're not contesting it.
If they don't, then
nah, you can see like they're like, this ain't my fight. They're gonna want to fight underneath the tower to actually do that, but things are slipping away. Things are looking rough.
Yeah,
I would say that much.
Things are looking very rough for Old Swole at the moment. If they lose this, they will be eliminated out of the tournament. So
no, they're going into losers bracket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is still winner's side.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they're not eliminated, but they have to go up against whoever wins out of the Sakura and I forget exactly who they're playing game. But yeah, like so they still have like another match that's coming back. They could they can make it back, but it's still like, you know, you have to go through that grind. You're gonna have to sit here. You can't just like, you know, go for lunch happy. Yeah. Just like.
I thought that yeah, they will be able to go up against losers. I don't think they will take first or second place though.
They have a chance to.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, because they could still come back through losers finals and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, like this isn't deciding anything just yet. Basically, other than who's gonna be able to get into second place.
Ahri does ult out, but doesn't have enough damage to tag. Onto Olaf does have.
Oh man, and they're going up real deep.
LeBlanc does distortion in tower, and the bomb does go off, and LeBlanc does die.
Oh, but then Maokai behind. Kind of half and half right here.
Maokai is taking the tower for a really long time. He doesn't really care. He's still almost full HP. Lucian does dash in. LeBlanc died because she got charmed.
Yeah, it looks like a good
Pyke hook does land. They're able to engage Swain, and
and you can't avoid point and click. And that's what Maokai is going to be doing.
So Swain is able to flash out.
Yeah, he doesn't want it, but
Pyke ulti attempted from below, does secure the kill onto the Swain. However, Pyke does die for that. They're not going to be able to do anything else. Inhibitor will be going down with
Oh,
20-second
putting
death
the
timers.
pressure.
Camille, Tristana, and Pike is just up to
You're at
Elise and
least
Ari. They're the
losing
last
one of
hope
those towers.
for this game at the moment. Have HP onto the tower.
there
Elise
goes the
Cocoon
charm.
misses just
There's Elise.
slightly. Maokai down to 20% HP. Is able to heal back up to about 30%.
Yeah.
Lucian is able to tank the
Oh, there's going
towers.
to be a
able
lot
to
of
take
damage.
them.
There's going to be really close. They need to get some aggression down.
They have to able to.
They need to stop this.
They have to stop this 100%.
Ari's getting the charge up.
Next
Tristana's
towers.
jumping in.
Charm does
There we
come
go,
in
get
for
the
the
kill. Jumping on him. There goes the Maokai, getting another jump goes through.
Jump comes in, jump comes in.
Doesn't take him
and
out just
so
yet,
much
but this
comes
is gonna
in.
happen. Get
It
the
is gonna
taunt in,
happen,
kill him.
and it's not gonna end the game just yet, but it does seem
It's
like they're
rough.
able to, yeah, they will be able to hold on just for a little bit longer. Both Nexus towers are gone. Nexus Nexus itself is at 50% HP. If they truly do want to go for it, they could go for a Mountain Dragon at the moment, but the HP bars that they have, Maokai and Olaf and Lucian are all dead. Looks like LeBlanc is going to be able to destroy
see you
the kill.
later, Elise.
She sniffed it. She sniffed it out. She knew what she was planning to do. What she was planning on doing.
Yeah, and we're seeing right here on the totally missed that because of all the action that was actually coming through. But like, yeah, there's a lot that's actually happening right over here. Elise getting taken out. Sort of changed some stuff, but we're gonna try and make some moves.
It does look like, mind you, Camille.
Camille just
you cannot
missing the
get
cue.
out. You cannot get out from the Camille ulti unless it is done. And yeah, Camille just dies for that because
Yeah.
Storm is there to help.
Like, you can't escape, but you know,
You can't escape from me.
the other side
You
also,
can't-
yeah.
You can't escape from me
Yeah.
either. So
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
with Swain.
Like,
with Swain.
yeah. Swain's here too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Swain's there too. Does look like it's been a really rough game for the Camille. 1-6 at the moment for the Camille. Isn't able to, with the gold deficit that they're at, around 6k gold down.
Yeah, and they got to be thankful that's not one of those one more Infernal Drakes, because that would have made things so rough.
Yeah,
But this is what I
Maokai
was
is going to
talking
be
about.
engaging on to the whole members of the team. Every low health bars. LeBlanc
And they have to back up. Like, they should... Oh, okay, there we go. There's one kill in the background.
To 1 HP onto the Ari.
Here we go.
Be able to ult in.
Bye-bye.
And Axe does tag onto the Ari, does execute the Ari. LeBlanc is probably going to be able to kill off the Elise. Not just yet. It does have
Maybe.
distortion up in a few seconds. Dodges the cocoon.
Has to.
Goes by the distortion.
Ooh.
Olaf has 1 HP. Rocket jumps
See you later.
forward.
Second
kills
rocket jump.
Olaf. And
No,
they,
just
LeBlanc-
avoids like an auto attack
just
range.
avoid it. They're not gonna go down without a fight. If they're gonna fight, they're gonna fight until the very, very, very end.
Oh, but Maokai coming
Maokai
in.
is looking for something. Does get root onto the Camille. Lucian is stunned up, and Death Bavul does not does not tag just yet, but is able to kill off the Lucian. Maokai still able to deal with the backline,
And that's another
but
Trish
dies.
double kill.
So yeah, that's another Trish double kill coming over. They're not gonna go down without a fight. They're gonna keep fighting and keep fighting.
Man, rapid fire and the
Mortal
the Infinity
Reminder
Edge.
with the healing reduction.
Yeah.
She is huge.
She's getting real big, and
She's getting real
still
big
has
right
room
now.
to get bigger.
Maokai is engaging very, very hard, but they're not able to have... LeBlanc died already too early, and now they're able to actually come back into the game. The gold is still about 6k of a difference,
Yeah.
even after that fight. However, at the moment, they are able to stop the bleeding a little bit, and they
Yeah.
are able to actually come back into the game.
They're definitely stemming the tide in a good way, and especially because like Trist is surviving through these fights, and that's exactly the person you need to like be getting like really big, really fast. And there's also been like they know that like they understand now that like they want to finish the game. They want that old Swole wants to finish the game. Looking like a potential fight right here. Gets the hook. Elise doesn't want to go on it. But like they want to finish off the game, so they're overextending into stuff, and they know that they're like, we can pull them into our realm, into our game, and we can have the better territory. They still lost the dragon on that, but at the same time, they won the fight. There's these little battles that might twist things,
So
but
they are
jumping
gonna
in
be
hard.
engaging onto the Pike. Ari does get rooted up, but Death from Below does kill off the LeBlanc, but he does die for his own life. Elise does die on the backhand. Ari does ulti charm, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and
Tristana
Trish
is being
can't carry this
free
thing.
autoing.
You gotta get out.
Was able to ulti the Lucian back. It does rocket jump over Camille, TPing in to make sure she can protect. Tristana is still at half HP. Olaf
taking some
is able to...
scary positioning.
Not much you can do. That is
Bye-bye.
probably the end of the game right then and there. Maokai does TP in. Camille, the
Towers one of those.
last survivor
That's right.
of
Oh,
Swole.
might actually get a final kill. Nah, Maokai
It does
just
look
has
like
so
this
much
will
heal.
be the game with all members. Camille cannot do anything but just watch her Nexus blow up. and die.
Goddamn. And that was a
That was,
2-0 from UO.
Yeah, that is 2-0 from you all. Very good. That was a very good.
That's just what they pay me for.
Yeah. Very good word pun or word. You know, what I mean, play. Good word play.
I'm just gonna let you go with that one.
Word
See how long
play.
you're gonna go with
Word
that.
play.
Yeah.
Word play. Coming good.
Anyways, we're talking about the word play. We should be talking about this play that's been going on right here over here, and it was another Olaf comp, kind of clean and clear through everything, and Olaf carrying them all the way to victory. Even though Trist kind of had some signs of life at the end, there was not enough, and it seems like a lot of the other team needs to sort of figure out what to do against this sort of Olaf that's coming in. And I wouldn't be surprised if U of O is like, hey, look at this thing that we did. We're not doing it anymore. Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. We forced out the Olaf bans, whatever.
So yeah, I liked the majority of that game. They played very, very aggressive style from the U Ottawa side. They opted for the Olaf, and now we'll be looking over at the bracket. At the moment, Old Swole does move on to
losers finals.
Yeah.
Going up between whoever won out of Sakura and One Way Gaming. And U Ottawa is now cinched inside the grand finals. So they've got a pretty good weight to go on there. So like they can go eat, they can kind of plan things out, talk about what sort of strategy they're coming in for. But I mean, they've been very consistent going through, showing why they're the reigning champions.
Yeah, they did. The defending champions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and yeah, so there's definitely gonna be more to come. So stay tuned. Right now, I'm gonna have to go do an interview on that, and
don't go away.
Hoping to cast with you next time.
More. Yeah.
Thought I was on my feet, but when you turn back, I don't know what to say.
Stuck on your hips, catching my pride, I'ma try not to trip. Shit, and if I tighten my grip, it's cause I need you here, I just can't let you slip.
I forget how to speak, because I don't know your name. Maybe if I did, then I know what I'd be saying. Tawagan mo na lang ako sa telepono, yeah. Ako ay
I know that you mad at me. I know you mad. You acting like it ain't nothing. The question is why you frontin' the kind of hoe that you had on me. Every day got me feeling like I'm in a trap, like every which way. They gon' miss me when I come around. This just when I am up in town. If you got a budget, baby, then we cannot relate. Ooh, they gon' hate cause we flexin' out for the stage of booth, but we rapping dog. I never really know really had that dog. Too busy working on my catalog. I know what you want. I know what you want. I can go down. I am willing if you don't. Baby, it's easy, just please me, they go say, yeah. Your neighbors gon' know me, cause I'm gon' get you singing, yeah. All night she ooey, ooey, ooey. She staying undercover for weeks. Baby got nothing on me. Me and my girl, we do this shit forever.
Press a blunt for a second, chill, relax, design my reverend, living lifestyle, nigga, wouldn't that's a second. Going up a spice, now we hitting up a 7. And I fuck for the 2 times. Now we speeding past the drive-by. Wanna come up in the spotlight, cause your girl wanna come ride. Goddamn.
I know that you mad at me. I know you mad. You acting like it ain't nothing. The question is why you frontin' the kind of hoe that you had on me. Every day got me fading like I'm in a trap, like every which way. I said the reason I'm calling this is you keep on ignoring. If you keep saying I'm wrong, then why you begging to stay? Hey, give me some time to get into my zone. Give me your mind to do it on my own. Give me some. I know you want. Talk to him, little nigga. Couple no shot for the fit of it. I ain't do a thing to the enemy. I was making that bank for a little bit. Ooh, I want some. Little bit of drink by the sip of it. I can feel it both ways, so we fitting it. We be getting too drunk by the end of it. Ooh, I want ya. All night she ooey, ooey, ooey. She staying undercover for weeks. Baby got nothing, nothing on me. Me and my girl, we do this shit forever. Yeah.
take a sip so slowly. I dwell on my lonely. I got the gas on me. I'm taking a trip where you do not land. You feeling the zen? Cause I'm so numb. Zoo, my pastor, he really the master. We do not ask, we just answered. He killed the beat quicker than cancer. In the booth, whipping my craft up. Mirror gone, no one can match us. Light up the stooges as bright as the matches. I don't do shit just to do it. I go in precise as I planned it. I am a thief, I'm a bandit. On my shit, I am so candid. I recall times never heard of a mattress. Pop just be slaving away for a check that just never could match it. But damn it, my passion. Riding that rig just to feel my tummy. Always acted scummy. Mom showed that she loved me, but never did mention. Damn, I can't take it. Calls you, I need meditation. My thoughts going by, they just racing. Demons talk, I know they faking. I know I'm abrasive. I know I'm abrasive.
Let creativity flow. My niggas swear got the city in smoke. In an ocean of a million boats, I made this nigga float up higher than most. But I'm asking myself for my plans. The bigger, the hunger, the eager demands. I swear most of this is not acting. Directing the art of creating and crafting. The master of passion creates up the canvas to paint the imagined magic of what happened. It's all about practice. My flow and letters I match with. Takes discipline in controlling distractions. Examine reactions to avoid many tragics and moving your fashion. My whole goal of changing you to the ship's captain. Have you work on everything you're lacking and come back non-stagnant.
Solo, and I sorta got me feel like I've been doing the most. And I ain't really got a problem living life on my own. So you're the only reason why that I've been stuck in the song. Hey. Me and you, we really go back. So why you telling secrets, expecting me all to know that? Wait, hold up, let me finish. I really just gotta spit it. You're gonna get it and never see it coming like a throwback. And baby, hold that. I'm with the bitches, here we go. Forward them into a bus, and now we getting physical. And I ain't really with the front, and as soon as we get it touching, she asked me just how I'm buzzing. That's the shit that I ain't fucking with. And I ain't mean to say I'm loving it. Baby girl, just know that I don't like kissing in public. The problem with these women is a hit or a miss. So when they come in with problems, I just hit them with this. Now my problem, now my I know you know I never play. I know you know I never play. Now my problem, now my I know you know I never play. I know you know I never play. Let's bring it back for a second. Nowadays, bitches only wanna grab you attention. Making these statements and fucking all the shit that you hating. Embracing living to the moment and using mine as a weapon, yeah. This ain't no joke. Girl, you should know I ain't playing no games. So how would you feel if you walked in this club and heard somebody else steady calling my name? I'm here to know you just my foe. I can tell how you feeling, I don't feel the same. I am so cold, I am so cold. I can always feel like there's some ice in my veins. Blessed. Said I am feeling so blessed. So it's fuck down the drum and I won this election. Few leaders, I know it's just me and my brethren.
Well, now I'm just mad. Inferior constructs.
sharpening my feathers. Your worst decisions will haunt you. Tyrant. You would love to stay in the void. I will wait for you to be better. Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. Nico. has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
team's turret has been destroyed. team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. summoners respawning soon. A summoner has disconnected. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I just keep rolling and going, yeah. Stay in my lane, I'm golden, yeah. Young got that heat, whoa, yeah. All I ever wanted was some money in my pocket, on crib, new whip, some clothes that's flossing, bad bitch, fat ass, says she gotta be bossing. I ain't there yet, but I make my way, no problem, make the shit that keep your head bobbing. Mid the stew ass, see what's poppin'. He ain't telling me, made this remedy to soothe my soul and just take control, pay my lane. Now it's time to hit the road, here I go now. Never stop for a motherfucker trying to hate. Throw my piss jug out, hope it get in your face. Show you a disgrace and a waste, man, how that tastes. Zoo.
Take a chance, I'm rolling with no pockets. Take notes, mister, never started as a novice. I must have made a promise, giving more flow than a faucet. I never lost it. Got you leaving your own closet, so check out my progress, always on offense. Got crazy mindset, making same footsteps. So follow the sun, don't get burnt with my flames. I'm not the one to be blamed, I'm not chasing the fame, so let me tell you what the fuck is up. How can a man chase a dream born with an empty cup? Leading a life that was lived to a minimum. He watched his ideas get twisted up by the media.
I give it to you straight, boy, I'm never second guessing. If it's a battle that we partake, you know it's to the death, kid. Cause I ain't stopping this shit until I'm fucking dead, kid. I've always wanted respect to the craft that I excel in. He got the fire, better start to dwell in. I know we got this sauce, where's the spaghetti? Fiending for the munchies, young please help me. And Zoo don't tell me to murder the track, but I see no hands holding me back. So it's like that, nowadays rappers be spitting loose facts, thinking that they trap but can't give $1 to fill their mama Pontiac. No wonder why you a bastard, son. Killed it before it begun. Swayze a little crazy, but I know I'm not the only one. I spit some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious dope shit. Swayze from the third, boy, you know he exploding.
lock, but took a fool, now I'm off my feet. I gotta eat, so it's back to these fucking streets. And I will cold cause I'm an old timer. I bring the drama to any nigga, his baby's or his fucking mama. I gotta look like Tevin Campbell, but still I gamble, hustle and scramble, cause money is muscles in this damn zoo. And in order to make it, you gotta take it, beat up on blast, bruise, bend and break it, but don't fake it. That's why there's no guilt for these trife niggas' bloods I spilled. Took what they built, flipping they drug game on tilt. Cause in New York, dealing drugs is a sport. You either sell it, smoke it, shoot up or snort. Either way you're caught. And since I'm in it now, I'm in it to win it. Skies is the limits, no more being some motherfuckers lieutenant shit. From this point, that's how I feel I wanna fly. Yeah, it's either do or die.
swerve the beat, Rito Street, fiends on fiends. Been finna about to grab a bite to eat. Fries and burgers, all the cheese. See me with my homies, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Direct your attention away from these. Oh please, oh please, oh please. 10 a.m. on a Monday, feel like a Friday. But Friday comes late, it's more like Tuesday. And Tuesday too early, feeling a Thursday. And Thursday like what day? I mean a Wednesday. Seriously, the fear of a payday, not paying enough for hydroelectricity. In this city, you gotta keep your head up while continuing to bread up like you running on a bakery. Tangeray shots like an AK. I might just head around the corner, finna hit up Blakely. Post a tuning out to Timothy and Enrique and complete a classic beat that outplays Master Ace. No disrespects to shouts out Master Ace. All I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to be the Das version on the Illa J, and maybe someday you'll see me live on stage and I'll be saying, see me on my long board, swerve the beat, Rito Street, fiends on fiends. Been finna about to grab a bite to eat. Fries and burgers, all the cheese. See me with my homies, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Direct your attention away from these. Oh please, oh please, oh please. 10 a.m. on a Monday, feel like a Friday. But Friday comes late, it's more like Tuesday. And Tuesday too early, feeling a Thursday. And Thursday like what day? I mean a Wednesday. 10 a.m. on a Monday, feel like a Friday. But Friday comes late, it's more like Tuesday. And Tuesday too early, feeling a Thursday. And Thursday like what day? I mean a Wednesday. See me on my long board, swerve I mean a Wednesday. Rito Street, fiends I mean a Wednesday. Been finna about to grab a bite to eat. Fries and burgers, all the cheese. See me with my homies, please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Direct your attention away from these. Oh please, oh please, oh please.
I just keep rolling and going, yeah. Stay in my lane, I'm golden, yeah. Young got that heat, whoa, yeah. All I ever wanted was some money in my pocket on crib, new whip, some clothes that's flossing, bad bitch, fat ass, says she gotta be bossing. I ain't there yet, but I make my way, no problem, make the shit that keep your head bobbing. Mid the stew ass, see what's poppin'. He ain't telling me, made this remedy to soothe my soul and just take control, pay my lane. Now it's time to hit the road, here I go now. Never stop for a motherfucker trying to hate. Throw my piss jug out, hope it get in your face. Show you a disgrace and a waste, man, how that tastes. Zoo.
Take a chance, I'm rolling with no pockets. Take notes, mister, never started as a novice. I must have made a promise, giving more flow than a faucet. I never lost it. Got you leaving your own closet, so check out my progress, always on offense. Crazy mindset, making same footsteps. So follow the sun, don't get burnt with my flames. I'm not the one to be blamed, I'm not chasing the fame, so let me tell you what the fuck is up. How can a man chase a dream born with an empty cup? Leading a life that was lived to a minimum. He watched his ideas get twisted up by the media.
I give it to you straight, boy, I'm never second guessing. If it's a battle that we partake, you know it's to the death, kid. Cause I ain't stopping this shit until I'm fucking dead, kid. I've always wanted respect to the craft that I excel in. Heat got the fire, better start to dwell in. I know we got this sauce, where's the spaghetti? Fiending for the munchies, young please help me. And Zoo don't tell me to murder the track, but I see no hands holding me back. So it's like that, nowadays rappers be spitting loose facts, thinking that they trap but can't give $1 to fill their mama Pontiac. No wonder why you a bastard, son, killed it before it begun. Swayze a little crazy, but I know I'm not the only one. I spit some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious dope shit. Swayze from the third, boy, you know he exploding.
Hold me close till the sun dies down. Let the yawning take its toll on better dreams to come. Let the sun die down, 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 down. Let the sun die down, 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 down.
Almost forgot to remember it. The goddess of dreams has always been illiterate. All these men are just contemplating these bigger fish. Bitter innocence got our spirits up in different shit. When it's the time of your day, something you cherish it. Digits say to you, more than one consider heresies. Comparing our heritage, don't make us all heaven sent. It's what you do with time that will show exactly what you trim. This place isn't exactly what it is. Creating to it is like an adjective. The planes that we see live the different sounds. Making sure I beat the beat so profound. How can I kick it? I'm wearing more than just a crown. Metronomes are found in my ultrasound. Images of thoughts within infinity's emporium. Religion to us is really just our own opium. Calm yourselves before I do it for you. Now I don't think you failed if you did it for truth. The experience that you gelled shows the wisdom you clued, and exploring the past will show exactly what we'll do. Now judging our final credits, we rush to get ready for life's the waiting room, and love's the only medic, poetically meditating on beliefs of the ordinary, concluding that the universe is really just arbitrary. It's really just arbitrary. It's like these thoughts that swim on me every single day. And I'ma tell you exactly how I feel. You can know exactly everything I see is real. Time to hiccup, the liquor mix up. Why's the quicker nigga? Get a bigger income's my mind's picture. It's really detrimental. Rolling with kings, I promise you will never settle. Pick up the Midas King touch, must have made us identical. From our rhythm, black keys got us authentic, yo. Dark figures are what we truly are made of. We scared of everything, even the one who created us. Even the one who created us, yeah.
What is up, everybody? My name is Ari, as before. My partner in crime, Richard, is actually not here with me at the moment. So we'll be going into game very shortly. Yeah. We'll see how the games go and see if the games are a little bit better, as you can hear behind me. Yeah, that's fine. We will be going into game. This game will be Old Swole. I'm pretty sure it's Old Swole versus One Way Gaming. Both teams. We will see the. We will see. As we said before, if you guys have actually watched some of the games, Old Swole is a very good team. The majority of their focus is around their bot lane Eli. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. One Way Gaming. Or no. No. No, I'm saying the person I'm talking about.
Talk about what?
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing that I do. Yeah. Let me get on camera. Y'all hogging the stage. Okay. Here we go. Going in to the last game before
Grand
the
finals.
1v1 tournament that's going to be coming through.
Yeah, I'll be participating in that.
Hopefully last game. Oh no, I'm not going to say hopefully, but like it's a little rude on my end. But we're going to be going into the old SWL versus One Way Gaming, and we weren't casting it, but we were watching the extended final match of One Way Gaming to like get them through here, and that was a 39-minute game.
Yeah.
So there was. I think they're pretty thankful for like the kind of little bit of break that came in after that, because after that kind of a might be a little bit on the back foot coming in, but we're gonna have to see. So what are your feelings on coming into here?
You mean like my predictions, or like
however you feel? Predictions, feelings, moods. I don't know. Break out some astrology signs and tell me how you feel about this thing.
Honestly, I really want to see. I want to see a good game, as I said before. Like the last one that we had before, it was like about 40 minutes between One Way and Soccer Gaming. That was a very, very close one with about 25 to 26 kills.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be hopping onto the draft at the moment.
Yep. And we're seeing the really quick Kaisai ban that comes through, and we've seen that like very consistently been coming through. And we were even actually talking about the sort of like strength of 80 carries while we were off stream, and you mentioned Kaisai as like one of the kind of standout 80 carries in terms of strength. And speaking of stand out, the man that needs to stand alone, he's a one-man army. That's Panth getting banned.
Yeah. 100%.
And Caitlyn on the other side. We've been actually seeing Caitlyn draw a lot of play and bans this tourney. Thoughts on that?
Eli is very, very good. Eli's a very good ADC overall. The one strat that a lot of people have that they've adopted to go up against Eli's team is that a lot of people, well, his team, Old Soul, is actually the majority of their comp is surrounded by him and like, so removing all ADC options from him, and they're probably going to be first picking the Xayah here, most likely, to take that away from Eli as well. Most teams have adopted the style of just 5-man banning, 3-man banning him, Eli out, so that he wouldn't have that many options. Yep, as I said before, they're going to ban Kaisa, take Xayah,
there we go.
Remove the Caitlyn as well. However, Eli does have options if he does want to pick up the Tristana once again, because he did play Tristana.
We did see it as the game kind of progressed, that Trist was kind of starting to excel and move a little bit faster on the pace, but instead we're going to go with Lucian, another one of those characters that,
and as I said, Lucian Braum is very, very strong.
Is.
Yeah, Lucian Braum is a very, very strong combo.
Yeah, it's a very strong combo because Braun's definitely going to be able to deny a lot of the sort of pressure that would be going on Lucian, and he also is no slouch inside the CC category.
He is Lucian Braum. Lucian Braum is it's a relatively strong combo. It's a very, as I said before, Lucian Braum is just a
bread
very
and butter.
It's a bread and butter for pro play, and it's a bread and butter for solo queue in general. If you ever do want to play Lucian Braum, that's a very standard bot lane combo that you want to go for.
If you wanna win some games, easy money style.
Yeah. Load
up on this.
Like the only reason why it's so strong too is Braum, as soon as he tags his concussive blow, and then he has the stack, Lucian has his double shot, so he can proc it even further. And then after, if he's able to do that, it's an easy stun and it's an easy lockdown, especially with the Braum ulti and then exhaust if he actually does take exhaust as well. We'll be looking for a gangplank blind pick, and the answer is actually very, very quickly Aurelia. Aurelia is a very, very strong champion. A lot of people can utilize her to her full potential. She's a very mechanically intensive champion, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to, if Filth will be able to use Aurelia, or it'll be one lump or or Perieto to be able
Yeah,
to use it
and I
too.
think the Gangplank Nami basically allows for like a.
They have a lot of healing so far. Nami has heals, and Gangplank has heals from his orange as well, and they have the Zaya to keep her safe.
Also, the two ults kind of like have like at least an interesting synergy there, because like if you're going to be able to throw the wave, you can then follow up with the cannon barrage, and interesting, an Orm gets taken out.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because Aurelia could be flexed mid lane or top lane.
Right.
So Aurelia can literally play both lanes fine. I think like she's even better mid lane because her kit is just it's just more oppressive mid lane than it is top lane. So if you ever did want to, I'm pretty sure they think that's an Aurelia mid coming in for Peria. He actually does play Aurelia mid. So if that Aurelia is going, really going mid lane, then they're going to be removing some top options from Filth. So removing some tank options like Orin. Their combos are already like relatively good with the CC and the CC lockdown they have from Aurelia, Ulti, and Braum.
Yeah, and
Lucian.
we're seeing the two sort of mid laners getting banned out with Nico and
Nico and Vladimir, and we'll see what the last ban that they have coming in. It's going to be the Ornn and the Elise. They opt in to take out the jungle pick for now, a very, very aggressive jungle that they've played in the past. Patalpa's played a lot of Gragas during his games.
And we've seen it to like some varying effectiveness.
Yeah, both of them, it's been on and off, and we'll see which team is able to truly take it home.
Yeah, speaking of on and off, like I feel like Vlad has been a kind of half and half pick. Like it's strong, but you've never seen a Vlad really kind of like come into its own.
Yeah, because Vladimir has good picks and bad picks. Like you can pick, people think that Vladimir is a very like broken champion, but it's not that strong if you know how to play against it. Vladimir is a champion in which he needs almost 20 to 30 minutes in the game to scale, and if you're able to lock him down before then, if you're able to pick something like a Renekton, or if you're able to pick something like a Yasuo or Zed to lock him down early and then to just kill him, that'll be good. And we're also looking at
we're looking at a Malzahar and a Zac.
Yeah,
that's a lot of like CC that's going to be able to come through.
That's a lot of CC.
That's just a lot of CC. That's and a lot of different variety too. Like you have that hard lockdown from Malz. You have the amount of like just the crazy amount of disruption from Zac. That's actually a really good counter choice on there, because like if those big ults get popped down, Kled will still be alive at the end of it.
What I love about a lot of teams, and that they should start utilizing, having a champion that can give that provides $1,300 tax, and Malzahar and Skarner are very notorious for that, because the $1,300 tax is QSS.
Right.
And as soon as you see a Malzahar or a Skarner, somebody has to pay that tax.
Of course.
And
not Gangplank though, but they already took him away from that.
Yeah. So Lucian, if Lucian gets ulted by Malzahar, he's probably going to be there unless he gets QSS. Aurelia, if she gets locked down, she's going to need QSS to get out of that. And nobody has QSS on the team is going to be actually really bad, because Malzahar is able to stop and engage from coming. If Kled does ulti and Malzahar can ult Kled.
Yeah.
And if Kled doesn't have QSS, then he's basically just dead under the water. So that's actually, Malzahar is a really good pick.
It's a really good pick.
But it's not, you have to pay that tax first. So if Lucian or Aurelia or Kled does pay that $1,300 tax to get the QSS, then they're going to be fine. But it's going to take them a while until they can build up the gold advantage, so they can actually, But
and
overall, it's a super, super strong CC heavy comp, very dive in, like Aurelia ulti and Kled ulti, everybody speeding up with each other and then going for that big play is going to be
I think what's
insane.
also like important though is that like you have like a good amount of like counter engage between like Braum and Gragas, because like you could throw out the cask and you can like hit the Braum ult, and you could just be like, we're not doing this, we're out. So I feel like it's going to be on those two guys to like kind of like save whoever's going to get Malzahar ulted and whoever's kind of like out of position to try and allow those resets to happen. So it seems like because you were saying about the $1,300 tax, like that, I feel like it's like the onus is on oh god, which team's on which side? Save me, bail me out.
One-way gaming on the left.
Yeah, the red team. It's like the onus is on them.
Soul, if you see Eli, Old Soul, and
my bad.
Papa Dan, go for one-way gaming.
Yeah, so it's gonna be important for them to be on point on like the counter engage. I feel, and so it's gonna be. I suspect there's gonna be a lot of like kind of like milling about and being like, I don't know if I want to engage just yet, and like trying to like have that out. So it might actually be like a very low team fight game
Yeah.
because neither one really wants to play into it. They being aggressive has its downsides.
Yeah, Aurelia is a very, very strong pick. They have it's like both teams are very like you have One Way Gaming playing GP, Malzahar, and they have a Zaya and they have a Zac, which means that team is literally saying, listen, we're not going to play your fast pace.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to play a very, very slow pace, and we're going to scale into a mid-late game with the GP, with his items, and same thing with the Zaya and the Malzahar. We're going to be able to scale 30 minutes of the game, and then we're going to win that way. Their win condition is the late game.
Yeah.
But when you look at...
On the other side, I don't see
their
it
win
that
condition.
bad.
Yeah, their win condition is saying, hey, we don't care about your 20-minute, 30-minute late game scaling. We're going to try and end the game at around 20 minutes with our fast comp. And if you're not ready to engage with us and if you're not able to play with our speed, then you'll
not
get
hyper fast, though. Like...
With Kled ulti, Aurelia,
you can make things happen.
Gragas is an early game jungler, Aurelia is an early game champion, and Kled is an extremely early game. But the only thing I don't see from the team is they only have one source of AP, which is Gragas.
Yeah.
So you have Aurelia, which is a very high AD. You have a Lucian who's really high AD, and Kled who's like really high AD too, because he builds Black Cleaver, and then Tiamat, Titanic Hydra.
Yep.
Aurelia, she builds a Triforce, Sterix, GA. And then you have Lucian, who builds Blade of the Rune King, Black Cleaver, Estus Reaver, IE. You can go
and
the crit
Blade
way.
of the Rune King is going to be like really good up against the Zac. And
so he's probably going to go with
probably going to go a little
so he's probably going to go with the Blade of the Rune King and the Black Cleaver build, which means he's going to be he's not going to do that much damage early on either way because it's a scaling item.
Yeah.
Blade of the Rune King and Black Cleaver are both scaling items no matter what if you play Lucian. But if you play crit Lucian, so if you play Shiv, IE, Essence Reaver, like if you build that way, then you're going to be able to like have a very more impressive early mid game.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be able to like see that sort of thing. And it's like it's going to be down to like see if you're going to be able to these commencing stopwatch. It's going to be down to see like how these sort of engages kind of play out because we sort of talked about like these team fights are going to go either like they can go either way so quickly.
Yeah. Does look like it's going to be Aurelia mid
and it looks
versus
like
GP.
And it looks like
Sakura.
Oh yeah, Sakura are going to be going all bot, looking for.
Oh yeah, they'll be directed in a few seconds.
They'll be directed in a few seconds. Let's just leave it there. Let's just chat it out. Stop touching it. Stop touching it. Stop touching it. We're just gonna put it right here. Stop touching it. Okay. And here we go. Okay, so they came in just to grab Vision nice and safely, and they're going to kind of go around. We're seeing OWG. Oh, One Way Gaming. Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, One Way Gaming kind of spread out, trying to catch anything that's going on here, but like no major engagement that's going on there. Neither one really wants to. And I feel like none of them are really like for that